वेलकम गाइस, कैसे हो आप सभी लोग? थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। हेलो किलर लव, किलर को सोई बोलो, क्या क्या हाल चाल है भाई? वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम। तो बेसिकली डोडा का मेन इवेंट हो रहा है और वो तो काफ़ी दिनों से चल रहा है। 29 और 30 को तो मेन फाइनल्स है। तो सोचा कि एंटिटी गेमिंग, जो कि इंडियन ओन्ड ऑर्ग है, इंडियन ओरिजिन ओन्ड ऑर्ग है, बट यूरोपियन है उन लोग, प्लेयर्स लोग, बट काफ़ी अच्छा खेल रहे हैं लिक्विड के साथ में। लिक्विड इज अ डिफरेंट टीम ऑल टुगेदर। जैसे पोकेमॉन यूनाइट होता है वैसे ये गेम है ये, राइट? टावर डिफेंस गेम है। तो सोचा कि जो लाइव चीज़ें चल रही हैं आप लोगों को दिखाओ वहाँ से, तो मज़ा भी आएगा, राइट? साथ में देखते हैं इस चीज़ को और इट बी फन टू वॉच। ओके, थोड़ा सपोर्ट करना और बने रहना, यही है, ठीक है? बस एक कंटेंट आप सब लोग के साथ में एंजॉय करो। तो लेट्स सी हाउ थिंग्स गो। कमेंट्री इंग्लिश वाली होगी, लेकिन कुछ सवाल वाला पूछना हो तो पूछना, बताएंगे एटलीस्ट क्या है क्या नहीं है, राइट? बहुत मजा आएगा। अब इसको बाहर के पर्सपेक्टिव से गेम को देख करके बता सकेंगे कि भाई यहाँ क्या चल रहा है, क्या नहीं चल रहा है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, राइट? सीखने को भी मिलेगा इसमें, बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा। ये रहा लाइव गेम जो चल रहा है, राइट? लिक्विड वर्सेस ये, ओके? तो ठीक है ना, ये देखो, इट इज फन। लेट्स वॉच। पे डोरा 2 पे है, एक मिनट में देखता हूँ। वहां से देखे तो बेटर रहेगा क्या? ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं, एक गेम प्ले वाला वो रखते हैं और एक ऐसा वाला रखते हैं। आई थिंक दैट विल बी मच बेटर टू वॉच, राइट? है ना? 1,65,000 लोग देख रहे हैं इनको ट्विच, भाई मजाक है? मजाक। ठीक है ना, तो वॉल्यूम बढ़ा देते हैं, राइट? मजा आएगा। स्ट्रीम हो जाने दो आज। आज सीधा अरे भाई देखो, मजा आएगा। देखो अभी बटुमो मैन क्या गया भाई, लाइकन वाइकन गया क्या? हो जाएगा। हाँ जो नीचे दीजिए, HDRP करते हैं ना, करते हैं, उसको भी करते हैं। आएगा तो खेलेंगे भाई HDRP। क्या क्या खिलाई हो रही है भाई? एम्बर स्पिरिट, भाई भाई भाई, थोड़ा सा थोड़ा सा कलर करेक्शन करते हैं क्या? ब्राइटनेस सही है ना? लेफ्ट साइड एंटिटी गेमिंग है, राइट साइड लिक्विड है। मजा आएगा। बहुत मारपीट होने वाला है, देख लो गाइस। ये अरीना देखो, सिंगापुर में हो रहा है। ब्लिट्स रिएक्शन सेक्स। वाओ। करते 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 हैं इसका वीडियो कर, ऑडियो करते हैं इसका। गाइस दिखाते हैं इसका गेम। लेट्स वॉच द गेम, लेट्स वॉच इट लाइव। चलो अभी अभी साउंड आ जाएगा, अभी साउंड आ जाएगा। आ जाएगा, इस आ जाएगा। 1 सेकेंड। लेट्स वॉच, लेट्स वॉच। लोड हो रहा है, गेम तो ऑलरेडी चालू भी हो गया है। यू गाइस आर एक्चुअली वाचिंग समथिंग, बट यहाँ पे कुछ और ही लोड हो रहा है।
Time for a little butchery.
每一把都当最后一把，然后就也不要怕输。
चलो भाई, हमारे कास्टर्स कहाँ हैं?
The battle begins.
पता नहीं, कुछ भी कर दिया मैंने। कास्टर्स कहाँ हैं ब्रो? कास्टर्स की आवाज क्यों नहीं है इसके बार? फोरराइट कैमरा है। एक मिनट, एक मिनट गाइस, हाँ एक मिनट। ब्रॉडकास्टर, ब्रॉडकास्टर हो गया। ये रहा इंग्लिश ब्रॉडकास्टर।
To think of it when you use it. And
No.
now that you also have to use all your mana, you don't really want to get waning grip, so you can't break the shield, and then if you can't break the shield, you can't man up, so now you need phase shift, and it's just a lot of things that have hurt the matchup over time.
Bot lane Insania dropping rather low, but does find the courier of Toby, because you can have Matumba Man against Toby on that Brood Mother, and Kataomi will be there to support that Brood. What are we thinking about this lane? Like, for now, Matumba's been doing a decent job of bullying Toby out. Is there a stage where Toby starts to kind of throw it back the other
बाप रे
way?
बाप,
Probably not
Baap
until
re.
level 6, and even then, it's not the greatest. I think right now,
पता नहीं।
Matu's going to completely free farm, and Toby's going to get maybe similar, but not the same. It's a lot of just slightly in the favor of Liquid. They're going to be completely fine, and Entity's the one who are going to try to make moves to make,
उसके पीछे जा रहा है, उसको
themselves.
स्टन मारेगा।
Being chased down, Boxy, hoping for a bash, not going to get it. No lucky bashes coming out from Boxy here. You do. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. You know, on mid lane, Mickey going to go for a bit of a chase onto Storm. They're just fighting. So, here, there's 2-minute water rune timing, and they should be able to find one each anyway.
चलो ठीक है आगे बढ़ रहे हैं इन लोग.
It's still feeling really good for me on that mid.
Basically,
that CS disparity already.
जो भी कैमरा का मूवमेंट हो रहा है ना गाइस,
We're not too far behind, but once some initial items come in, at least the Blightstone, I think you're
ये
gonna have
पूरा
a slight fist spam.
जो कैमरा का मूवमेंट है
To come in mid if they see that.
वो हो रहा है ब्रॉडकास्टर के द्वारा.
Go for that. They have to
He is doing everything, right? We are just watching and we are reacting. बस और कुछ नहीं. तो वही लोग कर रहे हैं. मेरा तो ग्रीन वो है. But I can see he कौन अभी देखो last hit denies, game stats, net worth.
And again, that's why
देखो पक अभी भी
good versus Puck is because Guard kind of prevents all of this magic damage early, and it makes it so he survives the coil, and then you have nothing versus him.
एंटिटी
So
बचा
the fact that
तो
they
मैं
have Tiny who can break the coil with toss, they have a Jakiro with a lot of nukes. That if they group these hero up and kill the Ember during the coil, then the matchup will be fun.
Still 0-0. Not first blood being drawn yet. And it's in. A lot of damage being dealt here by Matumba and Insania as they go on to Kataomi, but it's not going to be quite enough. Matumba just dominating the lane, not too interested in securing first blood as top lane. Maybe that's where we see it. Zai is chased down. Bash is there from Foxy. Another one. All right. Can we get a third? Charge us out. Let's keep going. Foxy getting very, very lucky there.
I think if there's any lane with pressure, it's going to be this one. Either side. Probably Entity. Pudge gets put in hook, maybe at 3 or 4 whenever he just decides to choose that. Because the other 2 lanes are probably just going to be slow wins over time. It's not going to be really kills. It's going to be you chip them down, you get the extra last hits. That's what's happening mid, that's what's happening bot. But top is where both lanes have the ability to kill.
Yeah, they've got a lot of damage, a lot of slows on hand coming out.
Ember Spirit.
Good amount of stuns from Liquid if they got lucky. You saw Box kind of hunting for that stun for a very long time. Very disruptive.
इसको कुरियर मारने जा रहा था बच गया.
Won't find it this time. Boxy trying to be very, very cheeky on this spirit breaker, but not so lucky. Pure join in there with Fish trying to get this ball off. The night at least from Zion.
मर जाएगा बच गया.
There's a charge up, Pure. Is he going to get bashed here? Not quite. It looks instead onto Fishman. There's your bash shot. Boxy still getting very lucky.
अरे bash हो जाएगा भाई.
Fishman surely has no way out though. He's just trapped between a rock and a hard place as Boxy. Keep going with Zai. One more would do it. There's your Maleficus. Fishman, he will hand over first blood.
ये भी गया. Stun आएगा इसके ऊपर.
He's been caught up by Boxy. Can we get lucky? Maybe one more. He doesn't get it yet. Pure, he's going to try to run Boxy, not getting lucky. 17% is what he needs right now as Pure still running, not getting lucky, but the Maleficus job. 2 kills out for Zai as in comes Fishman once again. Boxy, this time he'll back up.
No crowd favorite bashes to secure the
ओ भाई ओ भाई.
Getting them nonetheless.
They're just going to shout
भाई जो मारपीट हो रहा है ना इन लोग का.
Yeah, just need louder yells and
अभी भी देखो नेटवर्क दिखाता है कि कौन लेन मतलब देखो एम्बर स्पिरिट नेटवर्क लेना चालू कर दिया है आगे. Puck is losing. ये मिड लेन है यहाँ पे. मिड लेन पे ये जो कैमरा मूवमेंट है सारा ब्रॉडकास्टर कर रहा है वही मैनेज कर रहा है. ओके भाई ओके ठीक है भाई. कैंसिल किया उसके ऊपर. दीजिए वेल प्लेड. देख रहे हो और जो लोग गेम को देख रहे हैं वो लोग राइट कर रहे हैं लाइक यू नो लिटरली टाइप कर रहे हैं कि हाँ भाई वेल प्लेड एक्सेट्रा. देखो ना निंजा ब्रदर लिखता है द गेम इज होपलेस फॉर एंटिटी. सोचो
Counter gank in the side lanes if there's any rotation, so he's gonna kind of lock his game up for the next couple minute or so.
देखते हैं क्या हो सकता है गाइस. देखते हैं.
Stormer to kind of contribute to the sides if he does decide to head mid, and he will. Already have the supports here to kind of help out.
almost breaks out there. Fishman land the nicest nice.
आगे बढ़ते देखते हैं क्या सीन हो रहा है.
Stormer unable to find the regen room, and as Mickey was able to take it on the Ember. Stay ward out as well from Liquid as they are very grouped up in the mid lane. Just kind of wonder what they can do against the Puck. They'll force out a phase shift, but it seems like they're going to have to leave Stormer be. Maybe Boxy down bot. No, in fact, he's going back up top. See what he can get done here is Matumba.
ओह रेज यूज किया बाहर निकल गया. बच गया मटुम्बा. बच गया भाई बच गया. एवलांच से बच गया वो. आगे बढ़ रहे हैं भाई.
Boxy needs to run and will be able to do so as I will have his back.
This bot lane Again, it's very
भाई इसको
kind of calm lane. They're both
एंटिटी
hitting each other a little,
तो भी
getting
कुछ
low,
ज्यादा ही
but
मटुम्बा वो नहीं कर रहा है क्या?
with the Brood that much.
मिलस्टॉर्म जाएगा ये बंदा फार्म के लिए?
Similar fashion what they were trying to do with the Naga in the first game.
क्या क्या
They're just gonna
क्या
buy a lot
पिक
of
किया?
more items. He's probably gonna go for a Wraith Path.
करोशन जा रहा है, ओके.
They don't really play this, the old school Orchid, Diffusal, BKB. They play as this really tanky
Orb
hero
of
who just
Corrosion.
absorbs the map and just pushes you away.
ऑर्ब ऑफ करोशन भाई
More of a he's playing to just make the map
Per
very dark for
second.
Liquid. There's no more vision, no more creeps, and it's gonna give space for Entity to kind of use
Bhai,
this
this
pudge,
item
zigzag,
is like
puck to kind of
crazy.
catch the picks on the side lanes, and mostly just a kind of a tool rather than
सोचो
like their
फिर
they use to win the
वो
Pure.
बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया
Pulse going with the Malefus. There's
चलो चलो चलो
needs to run with the black hole. It's going to be cancelled. There was
जी
an
भाई.
exit from Katami, still Mickey. He's still going to go for the chase. Dream call out.
Done.
Storm
Brilliant.
toss out. They break the coil. Can they hold down the Ember? Boxy's back in. He's manning up. Pure's gone. Mickey, can he truly survive this? Fishman's the one dropping low. Mickey still alive somehow.
Come on यार
He's the one in danger. A double kill out for Zion. A third kill.
रूट मर्डर नहीं आया
Liquid, as they're going for more. Liquid are not done yet. They want Stormer, and Boxy's gonna find him. They'll find a fourth.
कोई ना well played liquid.
Blades of attack, not even a full
Hello, it's Divakar.
corrosion. It's enough to dig in, and they get some pretty good bashes. They
देखो,
shared the damage really
फार्म
well.
तो चल रहा है मटुम्बा भी नहीं आया ये भी नहीं आया तो उसने लेन नहीं छोड़ा
Just
right?
ensuring they've got enough in the tank to power through.
Visions what happened last game. They one team
वो fast
goes to
farm
the
कर
AC
रहा है भाई.
lane, they kind of wrap around the tire, they force a play, and you feel strong. You feel like you want to defend.
तीनों
You just
लिक्विड
get
के
wet there.
तीनों
Now,
हीरोज
the map is so much in
राइट
favor of Liquid that
टॉप
if this
में
Brute
है
can't
अभी
really kick the lifesteal out of the lane and take the towers
नेटवर्थ
soon,
में
where's their map gonna be?
Yeah, and it feels like that the timing of that brute
के
is
ऊपर
just
आ रहा है हम लोग को मालूम हो गया कि वो एक्चुअली कैंप फार्म कर रहा है यहाँ पे देखो
you know, just preventing the life
पता हो गया कैंप फार्म हो रहा
get
है
that build up, equalize, provide some space for the Pudge. Isn't quite shaping up yet here from Toby. He has been left alone to push in a bit, but it does feel like, as you mentioned, Gunnar, Liquid has found enough to kind of compensate for that possibility.
We do see the support duo of Entity kind of walk towards bot, and it looks like they're gonna try to force the tower now that Matu's left the lane.
Boxy,
पीछे
bot lane,
पीछे नहीं
will be there. They'll try and secure at least the Spirit Breaker kill.
बहुत बढ़िया
For a bit of a run, but it's not going to be enough. Entity, able to pick up
चलो
something.
ये इसको भी मारेंगे
Going to be spotted here by Storm. In the Invis rune, will show himself eventually.
ये क्या पागलपन है ब्रो
As the Hurricane is going to
रेज उठा के निकल गया
but he's going to be okay.
वाह भाई टावर सही है वाह
It's so scary every time you
अरे
push
प्योर
the
क्या कर रहा है भाई
when the hero,
अरे
enemy heroes near you.
भाई हेलो हेलो
Charge is going to be there.
क्या कर रहा है मत मार हट जाएगा उसमें से मत कर मरे दोनों मार
Maybe he does make it. The
अरे भाई पीछे का तो मार भी नहीं पाएगा भाई तो लाइफ स्टीलर है बाप रे बाप
onto Pure, bashes out as well. He'll get lucky. Can he do it again?
बाप रे बाप गया
But Zion's going to drop as well. 3 for 2 traders cut out.
नाइस अरे पकड़ इसे इसका बॉटल नहीं है क्या ब्रो
Can he get a charge?
बॉटल
It's on cooldown for now. He's going to go for it. He barely gets it off. Kataomi is going to get dived underneath the tier 2 tower. They'll find another.
Somehow Zai finds that from the grave.
9-4
Stealing away Boxy's little pick off.
भाई इसने अपना साइड ऑफ फिस्ट को तेज किया है डैमेज आता है 150 का रेडियस इतना है अटैक इन टर्म 0.2 6 सेकंड में आ जा रहा है 6 सेकंड में 150 डैमेज अर्ली गेम में तो ज्यादा ही होता होगा ना यार हेलो समर्थ
Also with the heal from the dismember, the coil makes it so Ember can't slide a fist to do this little extra bit of damage. I thought Matu was also dead there. It looks really scary for Liquid.
मारपीट हो रही है देखो गाइस वेलकम समर्थ दिवाकर कैसे हो
Pure. Barely going down into boxes.
भाई डोडा का टूर्नामेंट चल रहा है
Eventually, the Islands, they had just enough. Such a long, drawn-out team fight. Looked like Entity were going to win out the team fight for a moment, but Boxy, he just dived in the tier 2 tower as
भाई
well.
मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा ये लोग पच लेकर के इतना क्या कर रहे हैं भाई और कोई हीरोज नहीं मिल रहा है इन लोगों को
The state of this game is
टाइम
going.
के लिए और कोई हीरोज नहीं है
Entity, like you talked about it earlier, the Broodmother's not having the impact you'd hoped for so far.
I think the laning stage is honestly okay because of how early picked the Brood was.
फिजिकल
And
मैजिकल
you can see that
फिजिकल
he just walked knocked over. There's a
Magical.
nice line of webs leading from bot to mid. He goes mid, he kills Zai. So now this bottom half of the map is kind of his. He's doing his job right now. He has the cloak, he has arcane boots. He's probably gonna go, I would assume, for a wraith pact relatively early.
देखो
Or maybe even just the pipe rush.
3 लोग उसके पूरा नेटवर्क में टॉप में हैं.
And there's no one to contest him besides Mickey. And Mickey, he's the strongest hero. He doesn't want to go down there and deal with him. He wants to run at heroes like right now.
बस
They're under boxy, the Spirit Breaker toss up, they should have him, but here comes Mickey. That's a lot of damage with the Sleight of Fist, but nowhere near enough to keep the fight going. He was all alone. The Entity will pick up a very nice pick off for themselves and continue defending that mid tier 1 tower. Mickey will stick around, but he doesn't really have so much backup at the moment.
ये देख रहे हो?
Is going to run into
Sleight of
Matumba.
fist.
Carry on carry matchup. They are all alone as well. Nobody had a help.
अंदर घुस मार 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 नाइस
The coil's not going to break.
जय ओ शिट मैन
He found 2 of them and should have enough damage.
नाइस
He's going to try to man up, but eventually
चलो
he'll drop to
उधर भी
Matumba.
तो मारे दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. अच्छा बायबैक तो नहीं हुआ ना कि बायबैक नहीं
managed to
हुआ.
punish Mickey really well. They had to use the smoke behind their tier 1 on the right side for it. But then the punishment from Liquid, like that.
तो भी परिमाच ऊपर आ रहा है धीरे-धीरे करके.
Enough to kill off Pure, but that does kind of make it feel a little bit more.
किसने पत्थर वाला नहीं लिया? अरे लिया है ना, पत्थर फेंक के मारने वाले ही है ना टाइनी. आ रहा है देखो अभी. पत्थर फेंक के मारते हो.
The map is just going to get smaller and smaller, and while Liquid don't really need a large map, they need something to get their items. Mickey chose to go BKB first item. He's still
हमारे एक दोस्त है तुलानी, ठीक है, उन्होंने कहा था अरे सिद्धार्थ भाई कैसे मार दूं, पत्थर फेंक के मार दूं क्या? ओह सो गया भाई, मरा.
They keep chipping away at Fishman with this sleight of fist, but it won't matter in the end. It seems like Mickey is going to have to give up. But in the meantime, Pure, he'll go for a dismember. Matumba, he wants to keep going. There's going to be a TP away. Nothing to cancel.
निकल लिया.
No ice path. It looks like the Pudge is going to be just fine. As now the Ember is in trouble. Fishman setting up perfectly with Stormstormer. They'll find Mickey.
ओह
Like we said, if you have to be happy
वो
with puck,
क्या होल्ड करके रखा हुआ था
every time the
उसको.
Ember gets close, he goes down. It's so hard for him to.
अच्छा कॉयल था उसका तभी तो. हाँ कॉयल था कॉयल था.
Just keep grouping multiple cores on every coil.
भाई 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 भाई
One support. It's always 2 cores, always 4 heroes together.
भाई साहब ब्लिंक आने दो टाइनी का, फिर देखना. ब्लिंक आने दो, ब्लिंक आने दो, फिर देखना क्या हाल होता. ओ माय गॉड. हाँ व्हाट.
They're going to try mid lane.
बर्न बर्न भाई साहब. अरे यार ये इधर भी आ रहा है. भाग 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 भाग.
Seems like Liquid want to try and force this fight, but can they really get it done? Gonna try and break the gap. Mickey, he'll remnant in. Chain's not gonna land on anyone. Toby, he'll turn around onto Matumba. Happy to fight this one out. Look at just the slow of Matumba, man. He's not even moving.
Nice.
Onto Katomi, but the ice path again.
Nice. मरेगा.
2 of them down.
Oh.
Catch up when you constantly get locked out by this.
Let's see
ice
how
path.
things actually just go over there, guys.
Will be forced to retreat.
It's also just a level 2 ice path. The game, their amount of slows on Entity, the Kite, they have a lot. Every hero has a slow, stun, or silence. And it's just so hard for Liquid to keep walking into the fights very slowly. They probably need to get this BKB and Ember online. This Lifesteer needs this Deso so that when he gets the jumps, the hero just dies instantly. They don't have to chase. And even Zai, he just probably needs a blink so he's actually able to get in there in the fight.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to get that.
So guys, that was like
going in
amazing.
that exact order as well. And the items, of course.
पत्थर वाला.
I feel like entities give
Now
them
that
their
character
ability
name
to
officially
farm
was
them
पत्थर
a
वाला.
little bit.
अच्छा.
Toby's just
What?
camping them the
Tiny?
entire time. You're not able to farm them.
Not पत्थर वाला.
Mickey again is eating up the mid, eating up the triangle.
Tiny was now पत्थर वाला.
To go towards that BKB, and it's still a rather even game, 11 to 10, but it just feels like entities manage.
अब इंडियंस कुछ भी रख सकते हैं भाई. पत्थर वाला, कचरा वाला, खून चूसने वाला.
Yeah, I think the gold's not crazy right now for Entity. I think right now the game feels so much more in Entity's favor than the gold is actually showing. It's only a part of the story. It's a lot about how
I think blink के बाद में देखने का मजा आएगा. देखो स्मोक किया इसने. ब्लिंक यार इसका ब्लिंक आना बहुत जरूरी है. जितने जल्दी ब्लिंक आएगा, पर कितनी पेशेंटली इन लोग इस चीज को कर रहे हैं, सीखने भी बहुत मिलता है. बहुत सीखने को मिलता है. देखो यहाँ पे आना जरूरी है. यहाँ यहाँ. पीछे पड़ा हुआ है बॉक्स.
Just doesn't take them too long once they commit. Again, with all the control they have on the map, Liquid's counterplay just feels really limited, and they're not really done.
Yeah, कैसे
yet.
ward को
They
deward
really
किया?
smoke up and Kataomi does fade now, but you can see they're just feeling so confident. The posture in that bot jungle to cut off the side of Liquid
वाह,
and just make it hellish for those.
ऐसा ही
catch-up
नहीं है
items.
भाई.
Like, we are still 1.2k away from Mika having
देखो कैसे
BKB.
network
That's
change
such
हुआ.
a long time considering he's the one that feels like he needs to be starting to play
This
around.
match is interesting
Also very
because
first
net
side.
worth ना
Melee
ऊपर नीचे
damage is
change
low.
हो रहा है.
Spearbreaker doesn't really provide much damage, only stuns CM's a very low level, so even once he gets the BKB, it's who does he really play with? Is it always Matu, and then now you're asking your mid and carry to always be in every fight together, and then who's going to scale?
Lane, Zai. He spotted Stormstormer in the smoke, look to see if he can pick up this Enigma. Kataomi is going
Tiny
to
blink away.
Avalanche and Toss to set up into the ice path, but they actually end up missing. It shouldn't matter though.
Yeah.
Eventually they should find Zai, though a TP away. Sure,
What?
he doesn't make it. They're forced to Dreamcore to make sure they get the kill.
Under
There's going
I-
to be a pause out from Toby. A few sound issues, but Zai almost making it out there had they not committed the coil.
That was a really nice TP.
Yeah.
Even standing in the
भाई
back.
तुम coil डाल
It
दिए.
shows how strong Wraith Pact is right now. All the damage reduction it provides. Versus all these nukers, it kind of just shuts them down early game.
And
Coil डाल दिया भाई.
that pullout provides you that window to maybe look for a play out. Maybe Mika starts to feel a little bit better without the BKB, hunt down some of the softer support. So Liquid could kind of play off the back foot. It's not that much time, to be fair. A very limited window to kind of get that done. But you can kind of rest easy knowing that it's going to be a little bit of time until Stormstormer is going to be able to join in for the bigger fights again.
On the side of Entity, all their timings are lining up. Ags finished on the Pudge. Blink finished on the Puck. Pipe is also finished on the Brood. Going for that Vlad's into probably Wraith Pact soon. So
सर गंगे कहाँ है
they're
भाई?
really tanky now. They have their initiation from Puck. They have all the damage from Pudge. This is their timing. They're going to look for maybe just running around the map, running directly at heroes, killing heroes, and just having...
ओ भाई भाई, ला 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 ला.
Boxy gonna try and charge in the ulti out as well. Insania! He is not going down. Oh, but the end. Trying to save the day. It's not gonna be enough. Pure, he'll keep going. Matumba between a rock and a hard place now, but
Bye,
does
bye,
get
bye,
away.
bye, bye.
Zai,
Oh, no, 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 no.
the fear of God with that black hole available. They don't want to fight into it. They're gonna back off. It'll be a 1-4 on the position 5s.
हाँ, उनके नीचे वो कर रहा है.
They're happy with that.
पकड़ेगा इसको.
You really have to
तो
appreciate
पकड़ेगा
just
पक्का.
how confident we were seeing Liquid in some of these plays, just standing their ground, knowing they've got that opportunity, knowing
ठीक
the
है.
stuns aren't
Ethel
there,
Lens
and just getting
और
the hands off with a freezing field. Not the biggest kill in the world, but does feel nice. Although
Oh, nice coil. He finds
He's
it
done.
with the tree line, but can they get the damage off? It seems like the Ember starting to drop low.
He's done.
Avalanche toss out. They've got enough. Mickey is going to drop. The Stormstormer does pick up the kill. Now unstoppable.
ओ
Now a hook out from Pure. Mid-charge up into the top lane. Boxy's going to try and TP away, but he's not going to make it. More strength away with the Pudge. That's a beautiful hook.
क्या हुक मारा जाने से पहले. क्या हुक मारा बंदा.
The BKB is slowing down again and again, and they're just not really getting the connections they need. Even on mid, it was thankfully for them, coil was still cooldown for 20 seconds.
हंटर डाल के खींच ले हीरो को नहीं कोयल है वो.
we're seeing
बदमाश
from
पता नहीं क्या
game
बोलता
one combo of the Spirit Breaker and Lifestealer is that we're not seeing them be aggressive, right? Like they're much more satisfied with Matu having to build up. He does have the full Deso up, going for the Shard next, so not too different from that game's item progression. It's just they're not able to play around it.
ओ भाई.
Without that tool, just relying solely on Mike,
वाह.
it just doesn't feel like the Ember does enough. Like, as you mentioned, no damage with its kind of build-up. We're rushing the BKB. BKB not even up yet. Entity has such a massive power spike in comparison.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
up 5,000 gold now, and all Liquid needs is the BKB, and maybe
मजा तो आया guys.
they can maybe change the
I must say
fight.
मजा
You know, maybe they
मजा
get
तो
one kill, maybe they kill the puck instantly. and
मजा
That's
तो
it. But Entity,
आया.
they don't really have a, you know, they don't have a rule set. They don't have a bulletin that they need to follow the bullet points. Like do this.
Net
do this,
worth,
and we'll win the fight. They
एक-
just kind of can walk at Liquid, I think, and click their buttons, and they'll win the fight.
It's an invest out for Boxy.
क्या लिया है इसने? अच्छा BKB जा रहा है.
Try and force a fight with the
Is it
Desolator up
BKB?
now, the Lifestealer. They want to try and get this timing going as they'll see Fishman. It's just the Jakiro, but they'll take
फायदा नहीं है.
it.
Fist लग गया ना
That'll be
उसको.
the Desolator
लेकर
reveal for Matumba.
महाराज
They would've
blink
thought
आ गया
it was a bit
उसका.
more of a team
तो
fight,
blink
but
तो
they
आ
weren't
गया.
able to find anything. So you do have another
He's also
timing.
farming.
Blink and BKB up on Mickey and Zai.
Vanguard गया है. 7 health
This game is no
regeneration है.
one
22
cancels
health
BKB,
regeneration है.
so once I gets towards this BKB timing, it'll be a lot better. But even now, it's really hard to black hole. Every single hero can cancel besides the Broodmother, so has to just be very careful at what his choices are in the fight. And at least
Pipe
now
of
Mika can kind
insight.
cause disruption in the fight.
Magical heroes se
Too much.
bachega bhai.
I have a little bit more impact coming out. Do find it interesting. He is going for a little bit just more durability. Sanj and Kaya coming
Mechanism.
out next. So maybe a little bit more damage, but really just the stat resist, not being caught out for too long and just zipping around the back line is going to be feeling great. We're at the point in the game, 21.5 minutes in, where
Smoke.
you are pretty geared up now on the Brood.
भाई ये आर्मी देख रहे हो?
Wraith pack
ये.
of Entity not too far off, and they're going for a smoke play here.
Brood मतलब इतना खेला गया है.
Who do they find? Maybe in the mid lane. You see one. Oh, that's a big one. Mika, nice.
अरे यार.
The Avalanche. Instead, it seems like they want to head north. Liquid now. They'll smoke up as well. In that dire jungle, they've got that high ground advantage. Just Kataomi. He's going to get caught out. Infest was there by Matamba. They should find one for the Dream Coil and the toss back. They've got two locked down with the Ice Path. Matamba, he's still going to try and go for the fight. Fishman is going to get shredded here. Now the black hole. Sai, he'll find two of them. There's no hopping coming either. Perfect setup from the Enigma. But where's the damage? Stormstormer still running away.
Nice.
Unable to finish the job as this Puck still managed to somehow survive.
एक buyback हुआ.
Now can Liquid get out?
Buyback हुआ ना?
Doesn't look like there's gonna be a chase from Entity, but it looks
Buyback
so
तो
good.
हुआ.
He gets black hold on the orb, he catches the Pudge and the Puck, but there's just no follow-up, no damage.
Just instant blink out, man.
Buyback cooldown हो गया. 7 मिनट 24 सेकंड के लिए buyback cooldown है.
Entity can't really lock in Mika while he has that BKB, but you also kind of lack that catch for Stormer once he's able to kind of blink around. So both sides kind of have to try to find a way to neutralize each other's highly mobile mids. And I mean, Liquid, as you mentioned, they got a really good black hole, but the follow-through just doesn't feel like it's there. Maybe back to that
Mechanism आ गया.
with a BKB, without the Maelstrom, without that lightning procs, it just doesn't feel like you hit hard enough in that window.
Yeah, a lot of his job right now is to just play with the Lifestealer. And so unfortunately for them, I don't think M.2 was able to hit in the black hole. So the BKB for Mickey is mostly just because his team needs a frontliner. And the Lifestealer can, but he's always infested. So you need a secondary frontliner to just start the fight, give you vision. So
भाई इसने Wraith pack ले आया हुआ है.
Here we go again. Kataomi, he's going to get caught out. Hook away. Pure is not going to be able to save the Tiny. Now Pure, he's in danger. Matamba right onto the Pudge. They've got the Pos1 in control. Matamba, can he keep going? They do at least find Box in the Spirit Breaker, but Matamba, he just keeps going for more. Toby being chased down, charges out. They've got Fishman. It's looking good for Liquid as they do chase down Stormstormer. Toby still trying to juke. Somehow Insania going to make it out with his life intact. And now Boxy, he's back in on Toby. The Spider in big trouble. Liquid, they want to keep going.
तो निकल जाएगा.
So hard to lock this man down. In comes Mickey. They've got the
He tried.
They've got
He
the
tried.
Broodmother, and they've basically got themselves a team
ये
fight.
इसके साथ खेला ना,
Only
sharing chains के साथ I think
Here's
पकड़ा
the
गया
knock
उसी
on
में.
Stormstormer. That's about it. 4 down for the side of Entity.
It's a big difference this time around. Liquid managed to group up a lot better, and Entity are much closer together as well. This is them winning out the fight very cleanly without the black hole. And you still have issues catching out Stormer, but once that Lifestealer's on the Pudge without anything else to save, it's a very simple matchup for M.2.
Yeah, I think win or lose, I think Stormstormer is going to end this game with one death, maybe 2 deaths. I think
Yeah.
he's always going to be the survivor. He's
Ult मार के वापस आएगा.
KD, but M.2,
यहाँ आ रहा है.
he can't be stopped by the puck. He can't be stopped by the Pudge. Everything, even the Brute doesn't really do much to him. You saw him; he just latched onto the Pudge. They had one stun to cancel the dismember, and then he just stood there, and they have nothing to deal with him.
ये गेम इंटरेस्टिंग हो रहा है देखने में.
I think for Liquid, I mean, that must be a great feeling. They lost out
Interesting
a little bit
again.
fight on the dire side jungle. They take one without black hole. They're gonna have black hole off in a few seconds as well, so they're free to kind of re-engage now. And you do have the Kaya up on Mike, so feeling a little bit more damage coming out from Flame Guard, although Boxy.
Fishman gonna get caught out. Boxy and Toby gonna try and move in, but the Nether Strike not gonna land on the target he wanted.
Wow.
They'll secure the Jakiro. Entity
Well,
they're around. It seems like they want to try and force
Whip
something,
मारा.
but it's a bit of a rough one.
Yeah.
With a nice frame coil, though,
नहीं.
Stormstormer setting up
BKB आ गया उसके पास.
They've got the BKB up
हाँ,
on
BKB है.
Pemba, however, as Boxy right in. Kataomi, he's the big target. Matamba, he'll rush through on that Lifestealer. They'll find the Tiny. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade in the favor of Liquid.
One of the cool things is both teams have a Wraith Pact. It's a good item. But for the side of Liquid, they don't have the greatest Wraith Pack hitters. If you're gonna
ये
have
दो
Slicer, dude,
hitters जो है ना,
Daxton did use
ये
his
दो
range
hitters,
just to kill the Wraith Pack.
वो
On
बहुत
the side of Entity, all the
यहाँ पे
spiders will kill
hitters
just in one volley of attacks. So
Pure gonna move in. He's found the Ember, but the Malefice not gonna allow the Dismember to keep
Oh!
going. Not gonna be long enough. Whew. Would have felt the wind on the backside with that hook, I'll tell you.
Close one. And going back to that point of the Wraith packs, it does feel a little bit harder for Liquid to kind of focus in on it, but I guess it kind of neutralizes when you both have just running.
भाई यही समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि बंदा
coming out. One thing I'm curious about here, Gunnar, is that when you're Ember up against Brood without the
टैंक में अगर टैंक में था और आर्मर कम करना था एक्सेट्रा तो स्लाडार क्यों नहीं गया?
Because it feels like Mika is losing a little bit of impact just having to jump around so many creeps.
the nice thing is he got the Flame Guard talent at 15. So with the Kaya Sanchi, he actually does 120
टन भी
damage
था.
with Flame Guard. So even if you're just jumping around, you're still dealing a lot of damage. You're making it so you can't be jumped either. So you don't always need to have to BKB that early if you get a Sleight of Fist off. It's just a lot of invulnerability. So it's a give and take. You don't do as much physical damage, but you exist longer. You get to get more spells off. You do a lot of magic damage. So it's not the worst, but it's, you know, there is more impact he could have if there wasn't a Brood and he had more damage.
Such a close game, number 3. I mean, it's a 3k advantage to Entity, but it still feels like anyone's game right now. Smuggling's getting so much vision for the side of Entity at the moment. You see Matumba, top of the net worth board. On that lifestealer, they just haven't found a way of dealing with him throughout this game. And there's going to be another big smoke up. They've got the black hole. They've pretty much got every spell available. Invest immediately out onto Boxy. Entity, they've got to be so careful as Roshan is going to get started. They really want the fight in the Roshan pit with the black hole. It just feels like such a big advantage for Liquid. But in goes the puck. Stormstormer just in the phase shift trying to just get some information for his team as Liquid. They'll keep going. Continues to poke and prod at Liquid.
Yeah, the BKB's now finished for
बट
Monty, so
मैं
15
मरेगा मुझे
seconds.
ऐसा लग रहा है.
BKB in these fights.
He's in. Kataomi, he tries as well. They're trying to lock down Stormstormer. They'll find Insania on the CM. Meanwhile, Zai has been caught out. Dreamcore will lock him down. Toby, he can't get close. He's still ticking away. Zai somehow still alive. The orb, it's going to fly through Toby. He'll be able to get the kill. Secure it with the swarm. There's now Matumba being chased down.
ओ भाई क्या क्या?
Has he gone too far in the puck, however? Liquid still trying to kite in and out. Pure, he's happy to oblige, though. He goes right back in, but he's not within
ठीक
range
है
for
कुछ
a
तो
hook.
किया.
Centaur stomp on Toby, trying to help out Liquid, but thankfully for them, they didn't pop the Mekkei BKB. He still has his 8 second, no, it's only 6 seconds BKB now, but can they even contest this Roche now? They don't have the Zai Enigma. Matu doesn't really want to just walk in by himself, and it looks like they're just going to give up the Aegis.
I mean, Mikkei could try. He might just. Roshan going to go down. Pure, he's got the Aegis. Will attempt as Boxy. A little bit too close. Will try to charge
भयंकर
away.
तरीके से इन लोगों का बैंड बजाएगा.
Looks like he might just be fine. But Aegis does go the way of Entity. Pure now with a double life. The game gets so much harder for the side of Liquid.
That was a cool force. It was by the Tiny. It was to cancel the charge. So it was a nice idea, but just pushes him just past the high ground. And yeah, now Pure has 2 lives. Matu, he's going to spend a long time. He does a lot of damage, but pudges a lot of health. So he's going to have to use maybe his entire BKB and rage duration. And now when he respawns, he's not going to have BKB. Maybe his rage is on cooldown. And can you really still fight him after that?
Dream Coil is there. Mikkei. He'll be the one to get caught. Pure.
The coil
That's a
break.
nice hook out.
Oh!
On the Ember, but now Zai. He'll at least find the trade.
हाँ यहीं रहा यहीं रहा यहीं रहा यहीं रहा
One of
यहीं
both
रहा.
mid laners. Entity still looking to go in. Pure, he'll just jump right in, but Matumba, he's got the BKB.
More stuff?
It's still Pure.
हाँ, है ना.
So tanky is the hook, is not going to land this time. Who wants to keep going though? It seems like both sides might need a reset. They are both going to back up.
That's huge to find on Stormstormer. A massive kill streak on him. So he does gain another death. You know, not going to stay at 1 death here, still within a very low amount. But that feels really beneficial for Liquid. Sure, you lose Mikkei. It's not the best feeling in the world, but that's still a huge gold swing that just helps everyone else on their case. And it did cost them Black Hole here, though.
Already infested on the Spear Breaker. Maybe going to try to counter him?
They're going to try. Charge is there, but Avalanche is out.
They'll walk away.
We'll get away.
Yeah, all Zai's kind of job, I think, right now, all he's thinking is wait very, very far back, wait for Puck to jump your back line, quote unquote, which is like the Crystal Maiden, and then black hole the Puck and just kill the puck. That's all he needs to do. I think asking for a black hole and even more than that is not even necessary. If the puck goes down, then a lot of more free reign for Mickey, a lot of free reign for M.2, because being silenced without pressing rage is really scary. So the puck is a lot of the big issues right now.
Yeah, and just taking care of that problem just feels like Liquid will have a lot to play with after the fact. 24-21, still a 4K lead for Entity, but with M.2 at the top, does feel like this Lifestealer is starting to really shape up. Basher at the ready now for M.2. So you can kind of get a little bit more control for his team out. Going for the AC next. Going to be hitting pretty nice and hard here with the Deso on top. And think for Entity, I mean, we're at this point now, 31 minutes in. You know, after
read कर लेंगे भाई उसका क्या item है.
Getting this Axe and BKB timing on Pure. As we scale towards a more mid to late game timing, do you start to feel like Liquid kind of picks up the pace here, or do you think Entity can kind of keep track with that scaling?
I think Liquid, their draft-wise, is going to keep up the pace. I think Beke's game is not, you know, amazing, so he's not some crazy Ember going to mid-late game. And a lot of it's going to be on M.2.
BKB's there, but Dismember's going to hold him down. Boxy's still going to another strike and is going to run his way out. Even the drum charge is trying to help him as now. Malefus, Toby, he'll get stunned up. Liquid, they don't want
अरे भाई आपने डबल डैमेज नहीं लिया यहाँ पे.
Keep going, but Tumba is going to be spotted out. Seems like they just want to prep for this tier 2 mid-tower defense. It's a dangerous position now for Liquid, and I'd hate to make it worse for them, but there is a double damage rune sitting up top just waiting for the side of Entity. Storm will go ahead and pick that one up.
Thankfully, it's no really good DD carriers on Entity. It's a lot of spells and kiting and some damage, but a lot of it's just these spells, so it's not the worst. There could be worse DDs, like if M.2 got it this game for Entity.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's all on M.2 right now. Liquid is, all their hopes and dreams of this game are on M.2. Everyone else has their jobs, their roles. They're going to have very big impact, but it's pretty much on him whether he can just kill everyone one by one or not.
It's a lot of damage on Boxy. Coil, high five up. Boxy cannot escape. Stormer. Find a single pick off down to the bot lane, and with that one down, available, but you might want to try and force it by forcing in that tier 2 mid.
तो गेम खेलते हैं उसका एक टूर्नामेंट चल रहा है. वो जो मैं बोला था ना बड़ा वाला टूर्नामेंट वो चल रहा है उसमें से क्वार्टर फाइनल समझ लिए चल रहा है. क्वार्टर फाइनल
If you ask him to buy back and you don't
दो
get
पेज क्वार्टर फाइनल के
3 or more kills, it's gonna just feel bad for the game later.
He's a big target. Malefus will cancel still. The hook is there. Matumba forced to rage up and try to run. Able to lock him down long enough. He will back his way out. That mid-tier 2 tower, like you said, they are kind of forced to just give it up. They don't want to commit that buyback on Boxy. So Entity, one step closer to winning out this best of 3 series against Liquid. Just controlling so much of the map. And now their net worth lead, you'd imagine, does start to escalate a bit faster.
Yeah, it does. And again, this next Roche.
Roche khatam ho gaya.
This next 3 minutes for it to start spawning, that's the big one. That's what everyone's looking at. And Liquid have the tools to fight it. They have the BKB on Enigma, and again, as we said earlier, there's not really cancels, but Entity, they just keep hitting their big timings, Octarine on the puck.
तो लॉक करना पड़ेगा.
Let's remnant out. Matumba, he's gonna find Pure. This is a +1 punch. Dismember is there with the black hole. Zai, he will have none of it, and Pure's gone. They get caught with their pants down. Liquid, is this the opening? Coil is down. They'll hold down the Nakes. The Lifestealer tossed away. Matumba, he's locked down. No BKB available, though he does get it off, but it's not gonna matter.
Oh my god.
They do trade 1 for 1 on the position ones. Stormer wants to keep going. After Zai, he does.
छोड़ेगा नहीं उसको.
Is there with a charge.
छोड़ेगा नहीं उसको.
भाई
stop. My god. यार हुक मारा है यार प्योर ने.
Yeah, they don't have the buybacks. Even if they did, Zai not gonna have the black hole for the defense, so it's gonna
hook मारा है bro.
Combinations with Boxy, M.2 and Mikke.
Very nice. दीपावली की छुट्टी very good. ओ रे क्या कर रहा है?
Boxy trying to stall.
Can they cancel?
अरे बच गया.
No mana for the avalanche. So they're onto the tier 3 towers. You kind of ask yourself, how do Liquid stop this?
अरे भाई क्या लिक्विड. अरे एक हैंड को भेज कम से कम थोड़ा बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए आगे. लो मिस किया टावर लो खत्म करो आगे बढ़ो. कितना भाई बाकी है.
Entity, they understand the weaknesses. They'll keep going. But it seems like that'll be enough as Boxy. He's in onto Stormer. They'll try to chain him up. But
Alt आ चुका है चारों लोग का.
he's going to be just fine to orb away. Instead, it's back in onto Pure.
अच्छेगा. Nice.
Here comes Matumba onto the punch with the dismember. Cancelled up by Boxy with a great charge out. Pure dropping way too low. In fact, it's insane that goes down, but they've got the punch down. There's punishment as well. No buyback available for Pure.
गया.
And they capitalize. Liquid, they'll keep going. Katomi's down. Sai, has he found Toby? He has. He's got the Broodmother in the tree line. It's going to be a fourth down for the side of Entity. The only survivor's going to be Stormer. And there's 90 seconds without the pudge.
Almost welcome भाई, कैसे हो आप?
Really bad for
Welcome to stream.
almost to the point where
देख रहा हूँ Dota 2 इंटरनेशनल एक टूर्नामेंट चल रहा है Dota 2 का. उसका क्वार्टर फाइनल समझ लो, वो देख रहा हूँ मैं. जो लिक्विड है ये तो यूरोपियन टीम है, एंटिटी भी यूरोपियन टीम है, राइट? लेकिन इंडियन ओरिजिन ओन्ड है एंटिटी.
At least Entity has the chance to all respawn and be able to fight again, but as we watch the replay,
It's a crazy replay. I mean, they
वर्थ
started a bit too
नेटवर्थ
maybe,
तो
and
सब
it's all up to
इसी
the
तरफ है. अब
Boxy,
देखते
right?
हैं.
He's just constantly
5
charging
के
through
गोल्ड
the
स्विंग
team.
हुआ इधर.
We saw a great
लोगों ने.
dismember on Matumba, but just didn't matter because Boxy's always ready with the charge. You'll see it here, I think. There it is, charge immediately. Just no chance to just hold on to the life stealer. And you've got to argue, I mean, Boxy, he's doing so much work in these fights.
He really is. Again, even down to what he's trying to do on map, stalling out now, which is drowning out replay waves from T3s.
11 सेकंड का कूल डाउन है.
Kind of regroup up. And Entity, they're not in a bad state. Maybe just kind of have to rebuild, regroup, save up for buybacks, or hold out for buybacks, especially on Pure. But that will eat into the Aegis. Or
24% lifesteal, 18% damage, 3 armor and 2 mana region.
Control over the pit area.
अभी ये टायर का जंगल फार्म कर ले रहे हैं उन लोग.
Roshan, that kind of dictates what happens next.
yeah,
Yeah, nice.
Again on the side of Liquid. Liquid kind of has everything right now, and they don't have any buybacks, so they have 1 life on all of their heroes.
Look at the win probability right now. Look how close this game is. 50-50 right now between these two, I believe it is. It's kind of insane how close it is. A Stormer. Charge is there. They're going to move right in onto the
बचाया उसको. अरे यार, सब कुछ दे दिया उन लोगों ने. अरे भाई बीकेबी उसका पॉप हो चुका है ब्रो. भाई ले ले. बढ़िया मार. आगे बढ़. छोड़ना नहीं. Very nice bro, very nice. Roshan contest किया bro. Roshan contest किया अभी भी.
Black hole BKB pop didn't catch anyone out. Entity might have that opening for Roshan if they decide.
मुझे लिक्विड पसंद है, ऐसी बात नहीं है. मुझे निग्मा पसंद है, but मुझे मजा आ रहा है यार.
to just kill Roshan on his own. So they're probably going to look to take a fight and
सही बोल रहा है. मैजिकल हीरोज तो ऐसे ही बोल रहा है. ये बंदा देखो ना, ये बंदा मैजिकल हीरोज भी ऐसे ही है. ये देखो ना, ये इसका मैजिकल है पूरा.
Roshan gets started. Entity, they've got first dibs. Seems like Liquid.
I think उनको पता है ये क्या है. ये क्या, ओ भाई साहब क्या प्लांटिंग किया है यार स्पाइडर्स को.
Liquid, they'll have to sit back and just watch.
Those spiderlings, man.
Happy days for Entity. Still, this game is just too close.
It is very scary.
Spiderlings, bro.
Any team is very favored right now. It's only 4,000 golds, 40 minutes in the game. The biggest thing is probably going to be.
क्या बिछाया था अपना आर्मी को उसने. मैं समझ तो नहीं आ रहा, बट आपकी रिएक्शन देख रहे भैया. मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, समझ लो कि एकदम यॉर्कर बॉल आया और 6 चला दिया. भाई इसको वो मिल गया, जीवन दान एक मिला वो एडिशनल. मिस्टिक स्टाफ जा रहा है भाई साहब. शिवास गार्ड क्या होगा भाई तुम्हारा. लाइफ स्टीलर का शिवास गार्ड, मतलब अटैक स्पीड है उसको मारने के लिए और वो काउंटर करने के लिए शिवास गार्ड है. समझ रहे हो.
We'll see if they find that opening. If you are on Entity, like you mentioned, that second rush being the big one, what conditions do they have to meet to enter?
काम चालू है. अरे भाई क्या बात है.
again, their objective taking is not the best. They're able to force Roche because they know Liquid's just not going to walk up.
वाह guys वाह.
More of a come fight us, and when they know they can tell Liquid.
देखो entity के पास में अभी है
but
right.
they're not really going to do that for the base. Enigma's going to be able to
Fight करना चाहिए उसको पूरा.
So it's kind of hard.
देख रहे हो उसका अगर उसका फार्म ही पूरा खा लेंगे तो उन लोग कुछ मिलेगा उन लोग फार्म में नीचे हो जाएंगे पता है.
It's always just about finding them, getting that
ये जो है ना
then you can go
आ गया.
underground. But until then, it's a lot of walking around and trying to secure.
ये
the
देखो
map.
BKB असॉल्ट क्यों रहा चाहिए. Penta sword लिया है. Melee only attack damage attack range है. सिर्फ range दे रहा है ये.
We'll have a look around the bot lane, but won't be able to find one. In the meantime, Boxy, he's finally got that Ags up on the Spirit Breaker. What that can get done here for the team is obviously that we've seen how effective these charges have been throughout these.
Bharatram distorts the fabric of planar space to remove magic resistance.
Just seems so
The first enemy hero spell in a radius.
Also, you can use it on the Pudge while BKB'd without having to find a different target in the fight. So, a lot easier time of choosing where to charge and how to fight. And I think Entity might actually just wait for the Pudge buyback.
Okay, देखते हैं how does it actually all work out, guys. Give me a second.
Then at least they have a fail-safe. They lose the fight terribly.
Boxy invested up. They're gonna find the Pudge. There's no buyback available, but they've got the Aegis. That's the first life gone. Can they find a second though? There's the black hole available with the BKB holding. He's on the high ground. Onto the high ground though. Pure. He's still gonna drop. That's what they wanted. Liquid. They'll keep moving forward. They'll find Toby now. Fishman. He'll go down to Mickey, who does take him out. Toby. Can he get away? He's stuck on the low ground. He's gone. Oh, Liquid, they might be doing something special here. Kataomi, he'll try to rub a Boxy. We'll lock him down once again. You'll scepter up. It's not going to matter, though. They'll chain him down. Can they get the team wipe? Stormer trying to escape. In fact, they don't even want it. They want to go for objectives now. Into the mid-tier 2 tower they go. There's not many buybacks available.
Oh man, it looks so difficult, but they just focus all in on Pure, managed to work out the 2 lives. I thought it might be a really difficult fight. You had the level 25.
Guys, देखो एक चीज तो हुआ है. You need to understand this, right? 2k gold swing इधर.
Usage of Boxy just insane in the middle of these fights.
I got really scared for Liquid. The black hole pulls Pure to the high ground. M.2 stuck on the low ground. I thought he might not die, but thankfully he goes down, and the fight just kind of breaks apart from there.
Here we go, they're onto the high ground now. Keep in mind, Mickey's got that side device up, so even more control now on the Ember. Things are looking so tough for Entity in this game number 3. Liquid suddenly so close to pulling off the victory they've been looking for. They're onto the top lane. 1 racks up. Entity, how do they defend this? It's so tough. They're saving their buybacks. They'll use the glyph instead. They'll buy a bit more time. Stormer just preparing to initiate. They'll try onto Matumba, but it's a bit of poking and prodding for now.
Yeah, Kadam.
Oil committed as well. Maybe a little bit early, but Kataomi could think about the toss back. Rage is there, however. Matumba, he's going to be just fine. It seems like they're going to go back and address the bottom lane instead, as it is pushing in at the moment.
टावर लिया था ना, पुश हो गया उधर. भाई ये अगर रैक्स लेते हैं तो एटलीस्ट कुछ एक ऑप्शन बनेगा.
It's not the worst. They don't force any buybacks, and now the game slightly in Liquid's favor. Entity still, you know.
ये इतना फॉरवर्ड कैसे खेलता है यार?
Now it's scary. You know that your Pudge is killable. Every time you know you're this really tanky hero and he feels vulnerable, you just lose so much of just mental pressure that you have on the enemy team.
Insania, you okay to TP out? With back onto their high ground, 1 racks up. It's still anyone's game. I mean, it's a 6k net worth advantage, 34 to 27. 45 minutes in, but it really just feels like anyone can pull off this victory. Just one decent team fight. No buybacks available, and suddenly you're in trouble.
Yeah, I think the one thing that makes this difficult for Stormer now, you've got the full hex up on Mike. He can just come in, get that instant control the team needs. They're not under as much pressure for Zai to actually land that black hole onto the pop. As we've seen before, you land it on Pure, it's a worthwhile target as well. And Mika can just do what he needs to do in this game. Maybe only slot up is that corrosion to swap out, otherwise
देख रहे हैं आगे क्या हो रहा है.
fully slotted up here. Boxy,
Trap of hell. पता नहीं भाई वो कैसे वो.
He charges like a madman. The cooldown so low. They have to watch that combination. At this point, Matumba is more than happy to just stick around with Boxy now.
I think Mickey has done an amazing job this game. He had a really rough early game. He goes for BKB and he struggles to get there, but now after BKB, he goes for the Kaya Sanj, he goes to Ags, and he's just done so much in these late game fights. Just this itemization just kind of is enabling them to take these fights later in the game. Especially the Sheep, I think is going to just wreak havoc in the fights.
Here we go. A triangle looks like Boxy just gonna go ahead and adjust the creep.
भाई एक मिडिल रैक ले लिया ना उन लोगों ने
Storm. Oh, that's
मिडिल
a big
पूरा वो
one.
ले लिया
Takes this out, they'll lock him down, but do they have any follow-up? They do not.
भाई लिंकन चला जाना यार
For now. Inside the vice, just so
लिंकन
scary for the puck.
आ रहा है लिंकन आ रहा
Got
है
the
लिंकन
nail
बना रहा है वो
even with that, once it's down, it's
लिंकन जाएगा तो
just too frightening here for Storm.
it'll be
Stormers.
good
They will show mid lane. Boxy gonna charge right in onto the Jakira Matumba. No fear in the
खा
world.
लिया उसको
He has the shards up.
खा लिया उसको बच गया वो
And just now popped though. That Stormstormer's one saving
Pure.
grace in fights.
Can they keep going? Seems like they might. Liquid hanging around, but they don't have the vision. They'll head back. At least for now.
ये फार्मिंग देखो भाई
They managed to bait out the Dream
ये
Coil
देखो
once more from
Boxy,
Stormstormer.
they want to try and go. Hawk is there from Pure, trying to relocate this Broodmother, but they've got the Malefice. Toby's in big trouble, but there's the Eat again. Out. Black Hole is there from Zai. He found the punch. Pure, he's in so much trouble. Boxy with the charge again. He's going to find the pos one punch. Buyback is there immediately. Entity, they need to be so careful. This game, it's falling out of their hands. Liquid.
मटुम्बा मैन को लेकर के तो गाइस उन लोगों ने तो खेला ही है राइट Alt. What man? भाई टाइनी क्या कर रहा है घुसता क्यों नहीं है ब्रो टाइनी क्या खेला भाई क्या उसमें आधा गया पता नहीं बैगन टाइनी अंदर घुसे सेकंड्स है
They still have the black
किसी
hole
के
too.
पास वो है क्या
He uses
न्यूट्रल
refresher,
आइटम
he
में
popped the refresher, has a second one ready, and there's no buyback for the Pudge. Like we said, he just died back in the fight. The buybacks for Liquid didn't feel amazing. The Ember and the Spirit Breaker are both forced to kind of buy back. So now Entity, you know,
अरे 6
they
मिनट
can
का
look at this as a win
buyback
condition,
581 नहीं
but
होगा
as
buyback
of now, it's looking really scary.
Yeah, they can just aim for the high ground, threaten with that black hole. And if anything comes up, if they don't feel safe, there's always
Your
the
pressure.
respawn in 20 seconds as well. Not the longest respawn to wait for left. That's M.2.
Gonna go in, tier 3 tower, gonna be under siege, Boxy. He'll get stopped by the ice path. And they go though, the tier 3 more important is no, never mind.
blink करेगा
He just fought back, charge again, Boxy, gonna buy a bit of space. Black hole, Zai, he'll hold down a couple. They've got the puck, Stormstormer, so much trouble, he's gonna go down. But he
जाएगा अब जाएगा अब
in we go again.
जाएगा अब ये
This will
लोग
be the final lives here for the side of Entity. Is Liquid. They'll find a secondary racks. Do they want to go for a
दो रैक्स चला गया भाई उन लोग का
30 seconds without the Pudge.
It's so hard. It feels so hard to defend. M.2 just does way too much damage. He has the full abyssal finish. now,
कोर्स
too.
भाई उनके
They
पास
can't kill him. He kills
अबिसल
them.
ब्लेड है ये है वो है
What does
अरे
he
उसका
do for
वो
Yeah, and they still have a
Plus,
little
got
bit
कुछ
of
काम ही
window
नहीं
to
किया।
go Roshan if they want to, although respawn is coming out on Pure, but they have to repair these lanes. Not gonna have an easy pad outside for Entity to kind of contest, and they're going for it. M.2 straight into Roshan, free Ags along with a cheese now on Rosh number 3.
And a double damage.
And a double damage every single time there, Mike.
Every single time. Gaben's blessing is what we call it. Toby, he's going to move in. Roshan in trouble. Can he do something about it? He can try to sneak his way in with the ice pot. They
Blink!
Changes their way. Katomi jumps in. Matumba! He does outclick them. His fans are way too fast. Katomi in danger. Yule stuff trying to run. Will force stuff to the high ground, but the chase is there. Mickey not done. Bouncing all across the map. The Tiny is still alive. Pure trying to save the day, but now he's the one in danger. He hasn't got buyback. He needs to run. The BKB about to wear off Boxy. He's going to hold him down. This could be it. They don't have their pos one punch. Toby in danger. Meanwhile, Mickey being controlled up here by the puck, by the Jakira, but he's just mad fighting on the Jack.
insane.
Meanwhile, Toby on the high ground in so much danger with the Crystal Nova. Fishman, he's also going to go down up north. They take him out. The only survivors are Toby and Stormstormer, and they've got to try desperately to try and save this situation. But in goes the chase onto the top racks once again. There's mega creeps available very soon if Liquid can find it. They've got their hands
हार
up.
गया
They're feeling confident. Boxy, he's going to find the puck, but Stormstormer is okay.
It's a
to back
GG
off.
bro
It's just coming all together now for Liquid.
Yes, yes, Bharat.
Opportunity in the Roche.
My heart.
The snatch
It's a GG,
of
guys.
Matu, giving them all the room they need to end this game. If that goes to pure, it could end differently. Divine Rapier for Matu.
Oh, here we
Doesn't
go.
feel necessary, but it'll just reach the end of the game a lot faster.
They want to put a little in this game right here, right now. Tier 4 towers under siege, hardly any buybacks. They've got to try and fight this one entity. It's just such a tough ask, such a hard defense. Liquid, men's of business. They'll keep going for the tier 4s onto the Ancient with the Divine Rapier. There's no way to stop them. Liquid, they'll be proceeding through the GG's call. The GG is called.
GG is called,
The
guys.
series we have witnessed here between these two. Entity, they put on such a performance, but Liquid, the comeback in game 3, I don't know how they do it, but they make it happen.
Yeah, they played so well in that game 3 as well, right? Like, there were a couple of rocky moments. Mika, it looked like he struggled a bit, rushing that BKB, not having enough damage, but then they just tie in together. They execute as a team to a very high level, and
अच्छा खेला, ऐसा बात नहीं है.
especially in Boxy with the act, it made a massive difference in getting a lot of those fights going.
Yeah, I think, especially Matu, I think Matu played a phenomenal game. He was always in the right positions. He was always infested in Boxy, and they were getting kills together. Boxy, great early game as well, but just I think Matu, just the way he was pretty flawless, honestly.
Oh, elimination Dota, it's just, it gets your heart pumping, doesn't it? You've got to
Elimination हो रहा था. Entity eliminate हो गया.
He said
Hello.
they're great guys, he's a very nice people, and they put in a hell of a performance for us.
Played well, man. बहुत अच्छा खेला इन लोग Entity ने.
You can't take anything away from these guys. They were fantastic.
Yeah, very close game, very close series. Even game 2, you know, it can go either way. Both games, all 3 games can kind of go both ways.
Yeah, just very close. And, you know, these guys on Entity, they had such a long journey. Their first match being the longest in TI, of course, in the playoffs. And for them to just show this much improvement throughout the year and perform so well, I think these guys should be proud of themselves. They don't manage to get as far as they'd want to, but they'd still do really well here in TI. Kind of proving a lot of people who doubt them wrong.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an experience, right?
Ah.
It's a learning curve, and next year around, next time they come here, you could just bet they're going to be way better.
Yeah, it's also, a lot of their players are, I think it's their first TI. So just, you know, some nerves, some emotions, and just good Dodo has played today.
Good sportsmanship here from the Entity boys, just, you know, shaking their hands, giving hugs. With that, we are going to head off to the panel, see what our panel do think about this series overall.
अच्छा खेला भाई. भाई अच्छा खेला सामने वाले लोगों ने. वो रिस्पेक्ट था. नहीं लो निकेश, वो रिस्पेक्ट था. उनको सिर्फ प्योर को हैंडल करना था, उनके टैंक को. बॉक्सी को देखो. हाँ लिक्विड, अरे मटुमा मैन के पास ये आइटम बन गया था ना, राइट? मटुमा मैन के पास में आइटम भी तो अच्छा बनाना ब्रो. मटुमा मैन के पास आइटम भी तो अच्छा बनाना, ये तो बात है ना. You have to give it to them भाई. आइटम देखो, आइटम बिल्ड देखो. मटुमा मैन बढ़िया खेला उन लोगों ने, बहुत बढ़िया खेला. नेक्स्ट अप क्या है भाई, अभी देखना है. लाइक मतलब क्रेजी हुआ। किसका मैच आ रहा है? प्लेऑफ से अभी तो। टीम सीक्रेट वर्सेस थंडर अवेकनिंग आ रहा है। बाप रे बाप, वेस्टर्न यूरोप। फिर एस्टर है, चाइना डिवीजन, टुंड्रा वेस्टर्न यूरोप के साथ में। फिर एंड मतलब लाइक ओजी मैं ये बोल रहा था कि ओजी वर्सेस अभी बहुत सारी हैं। थंडर अवेकनिंग वर्सेस टीम सीक्रेट, टुंड्रा वर्सेस एस्टर, पीस कोस्ट वर्सेस PSGLGT, ये भी देखने लायक है। बढ़िया होगा ये दोनों मैच, ओजी वर्सेस टीम लिक्विड। ये देखना होगा, ये देखना होगा। मजा आएगा उस गेम को देखने में। लिटरली बहुत अच्छा खेला यार, सुपर अच्छा खेला भाई, सुपर अच्छा खेला। शुक्र हाँ। हाईएस्ट टियर डोटा, यस यार कैंडी, हाईएस्ट टियर डोटा भाई। करेंगे समर्थ, हाईएस्ट टियर डोटा ब्रो। कैंडी बहुत अच्छा बात बोला आपने, बहुत अच्छा बात बोला। जेम्स टू गुड हार्डिंग। ओ भाई साहब, अपर ब्रैकेट का गेम आ गया। निशा भाई देखने लायक इन लोग का तो रेजोल्यूशन। पापे बाप रे बाप, भाई बहुत गुस्से वाला है ये। टीम सीक्रेट, हेलो विकास। गाइस थोड़ा हार्ट्स तो हो जाए यार चैट में, इतना ठंडी चैट है यार, कुछ तो करो। हम्म, लगता है बट समटाइम इजी विन तो होता है, लेकिन वही है कि कभी कभी ना अनऑर्थोडॉक्स प्लेस बहुत काम आ जाते हैं ना कैंडी। पेरू, कम ऑन गाइस। कैंडी देखो, मैं तो इतना खेलता भी नहीं हूँ, आई माइट बी अ नूब ऑल्सो इन डोटा, राइट। वो मुझे गेम बहुत पसंद है, आई लव द वाइब, आई लव द होल एड्रेनलिन रश। पापी कोई चांस नहीं लगा, जगह सही होती है ना, लास्ट टाइम तो टीम स्पिरिट ने पूरा सब कुछ बैंड बजाया था, याद है? जब आउट हो गए तो आउट हो गए। यस, ये तो देखो भैया, ये सब कब आया यार सीक्रेट में? जाया कर सकते हैं। डंडी खेलने ही बंद कर दिया पूरा, चला गया वो सब। फियर भी अच्छा खेलता था। फियर का याद है ऑनलाइन किंगडम? नथिंग इज इजी ब्रो, हार्ड वर्क। यस यार, क्वालिफायर से पहले टीम सीक्रेट रिफॉर्म हुई है। हैं? रियली? भाई ये क्या सीन होता है? लास्ट ने बेच करके नया ले लिया क्या प्लेयर? ये बात तो है भाई। ये लोग अपना कीबोर्ड और माउस लेके आते हैं क्या कैंडी? हाँ, लास्ट चांस क्वालिफायर। ओ ओके। ऐसे बैठ कर ऐसे ऐसे विक्ट्री साइन दे दो बस। ओके भरत भाई, मीडिया में डाला होगा आपने। अरे वाह, क्या बात है, क्या बात है भरत भाई, वेल डन। माय हार्ट टू यू मैन, माय हार्ट टू यू। मैं डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन करने के लिए बहुत बहुत थैंक यू। डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन कर लो जिन्हें भी ज्वाइन करना है, राइट? यप, दे कैन ब्रिंग ओन गैजेट एंड वेल वेरीफाई द गैजेट का ही कोई टेम्परिंग तो नहीं हुई। हाँ भाई, फिर वही फर्क से कन्वाल हो जाएगा। हमारा डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन कीजिए गाइस, और गेम खेलने के लिए ज्वाइन कीजिए। मैं वहां पे डोटा मैं तो खेलता हूँ। जो लोग भी प्लेयर्स है जो मुझे ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं डोटा में, प्लीज ज्वाइन। लेट्स हैव अ ग्रेट गेम गाइस, बहुत मजा आएगा यार। टीम सीक्रेट का तो ठीक है, डोटा को वापस लाना चाहिए इंडिया में यार। इंडिया में सबको खेलना चाहिए गेम। सच अ कॉम्प्लेक्स गेम, सच अ कॉम्प्लेक्स गेम, बाप रे बाप। आपको एक चीज दिखाता हूँ गाइस, ओके? ये कौन बोल रहा है कास्टिंग में? इसका आवाज मुझे जाना पहचाना लग रहा है। गाइस एक चीज देखो, ठीक है? हार्डिंग है। नहीं, ब्लिट्स नहीं है। ये जो बोल रहा है ये, क्या ये वो है? ओजी का सेब है? नहीं, टू गुड तो है ही, टू गुड हार्डिंग। टू गुड तो है उसका, उसमें भी और एक बंदा बोल रहा है ना, तो फ्रेंच स्टाइल में इंग्लिश बोल रहा है। इस बार का लेकिन टीआई अच्छे से सजाया नहीं है, सस्ते में कर रहा है। वो तो होना ही था, पेमेंट नहीं आया, नहीं किया, काम खत्म है ना। अभी रुको देखते हैं आगे में क्या, कौन है कास्टर में वो रेजोल्यूशन। बैटल पास में उतना नहीं आया तो नहीं किया। ये कौन है, ये जो बोल रहा है? ये करीना। अच्छा ये था शायद क्या। यार सोचो कितने पर्ज, याद है कैंडी? पर्ज, पर्ज को हम देखे ही नहीं। पर्ज रिटायरमेंट ले लिया क्या, अब नहीं करेगा कमेंट्री? मुझे लगता है कि इस बार बहुत कम पेमेंट आई, इसलिए नहीं आ पाया सब लोग। छी 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 छी, वीजा इशू, समझ गया। टू गुड हार्डिंग में नहीं आया, इसका मतलब कि आया है, ये तो आया है ना। ये तो यूरोप में नहीं है ना, ये तो सिंगापुर में ही है ना। ये सब यूरोप में है। तो भी वन नहीं आया। मुझे लगता है कि फाइनल मेन इवेंट तक आ जाएगा, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है, मुझे ऐसा फीलिंग है, मुझे ऐसा फीलिंग है शायद हो जाए, शायद, शायद। वाई इज बैंड? मैं पढ़ लिया। माय गॉड. वाओ. इमेजिन कैंडी क्या किया गया उसके साथ. मजा आएगा भाई. मजा आएगा. देखते हैं. लेकिन उसकी साइड की स्टोरी किसी ने नहीं सुनी. जा. सैड भाई. अच्छा. अच्छा समझ गया मैं. सही है भाई. ईजी टॉप द ग्रुप स्टेज बट आउट इन टॉप 12. आरटीसी तो भैया आरटीसी है. सोचो कितना टाइम लेकर के एक ड्राफ्टिंग हो रही है. इस बार बहुत वियर्ड चीजें हो रही हैं. यू एंड मी ओनली. क्या चीज. नो प्रॉब्लम भरत भाई. आने के लिए शुक्रिया. देख रहे हो भाई? हाँ ना Sven. Sven. Sven है ना गाइस, Sven. ये तो कैसे सही हो गया भाई? क्या मिला मुझे? लेवल मिला और फिर क्या इसमें मिला गाइस? एक और अनक्लेम हो. Oh my god. I fun it. ये मुझे चाहिए था यार. ये नहीं है मेरे पास. नहीं मिला. पप्पी. ड्राओ का थोड़ा गेम देखने में मिलेगा, मजा आएगा. ड्राओ लेकिन मेन स्टेज पे इतना देखी हो क्या गाइस? लाइक मेन स्टेज में ड्राओ इतना आता है क्या? मैं नहीं देखा ड्राओ. हाँ भाई. हाँ मिला ही नहीं है क्या? है?
这一把要一战成神，打你们5个。
हाँ अर्ली स्टेज में वीक हीरो है ड्रो यार. भाई ये थोड़ा बड़ा कर सकते थे ना. दुनिया भर का पूरा यूआई खत्म कर दिया पूरा. ये पता नहीं. मैं भी वही सोच रहा था गाइस. आ गया गाइस गेम.
及邀请赛的比赛，我是本场解说马少。
Choose your hero.
बोल क्यों नहीं रहा?
Fits because there's no greater Goliath in Dota than Puppy, both in stature and experience. And you would be hard-pressed to find a more fearless David than Thunder Awaken, right?
Puppy's been the Goliath at every TI, right? There's a reason he's the last 11 TI man standing. And yeah, I've been playing against this Thunder Awaken squad for many years. Going back 4 years ago when they had no accolades, they didn't care what anybody thought about them. And now that they have a couple under their belt, they definitely don't care. These guys show no fear and they play like it all the time. Somebody's going to die in this match, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're the killers, right? Of this entire tournament, they're the team that is going to run at you and kill you over and over and over again. It's gotten them top 6 already into blowing the South American previous placements at TI out of the water. They can go top 3. I cannot wait to see what happens in this match, because no matter what it is, no matter what the outcome is, you can guarantee it's going to be a goddamn bloodbath.
Absolutely. These guys grew up in the region where the killers shine. They don't know anything else. They were born into it in a sense, and there's a reason why Bcso and Dark Mago are 2 of the highest stat killers of this entire tournament. These guys win the game through sending you back to the fountain. Objectives be damned sometimes. They're coming for the blood. You have to be prepared if you're Secret, and if there's one team that can prepare, gotta be the mastermind himself. You've seen Heen with the drafts the whole event. They're clicking on all cylinders. They got the Zayats Earth Spirit that has been extremely dominant in these route you situations. So Thunder Awaken dive too deep to get caught off guard in this game. Suddenly you're in a situation where Disruptor and Earth Spirit are chasing you down. The killers become the killed. Script can get flipped real fast.
Now you were telling me something about a little bit of interesting stat about Secret and Thunder. Thunder, they have these killers, right? You're talking about, you know, between their mid and their off lane, bunch of killers. That leaves their carry to just become a beast, right?
Yes. This is a team built around their one position. Going back those old 4 protect to 1 days. Well, it's 4 kill for 1. But because he's soaking up pretty much the largest percentage of net worth per team of any carry at this event. And then on the flip side, Crystallis is down there at pretty much the lowest.
Yeah.
So you have a dichotomy here where Thunder prioritizing their one position, playing through Bcso, and Secret, Crystallis has had to take a step back because, again, they're playing more through Nisha and Rezo. Yeah. And Rezo's a carry player himself, so he's used to getting a net worth there. But it's a very interesting dynamic. And, I mean, these drafts are set up to do that, right? They picked this Drow earlier. They're setting it up for this Leshrac to really shine and carry in this game. Very strong BKB timings for Secret as well. A lot on this Morphling shoulders, and every time I've said that, Bcso delivers.
Oh, he certainly does. We're going to start setting up for the bounty runes that are coming in. You could see both Thunder and Secret are just going to be holding around the mid lane. We'll see if we get any early first blood action. But is there a particular hero that you're looking to shine on the side of Secret?
I think it's Zayats. All right, it's got to be this Earth Spirit. He has so much of their catch control, especially going in those mid-late game fights. Earth Spirit, if he gets some early kills in the laning phase, is a vastly different hero. And then if you can get to that BKB, he becomes a beast, right? Yeah. You have to be able to get these timings, though. Otherwise, you roll in and you're gone. So, to me, it's really about how much Zayat pops off in the early game and gets to his item timings. It's really what's going to enable Nisha as well in this game. He can run in and be that frontliner, tank some stuff up, but you need someone else to go in with him and help provide the control.
It's funny how we talk about Rezo kind of a carry player, and he has certainly had some incredible carry performances at the tournament from the off lane. But at the same time, he's also had some performances with Zayats where they're just running around together. It seems to be, I don't think I've ever seen a duo, the 3-4 that is more tied together than Rezo and Zayats. They seem to be just hand in hand, running around, killing things nonstop. Now, when it comes to lanes, they didn't actually set it up that way. We could see Puppy playing the Disruptor. They didn't want to do a double melee setup. Instead, they have Zayats paired up with the Drow Ranger in bottom lane and the ranged Puppy here with Rezo, just to make their lanes a bit easier.
Yeah, makes sense. Running this double melee lane into the Morphling, you're not going to be able to pressure him too much, and you're just going to feel bad over time. So at least Puppy can make some noise up here, you know, get a little stuff done. And then you get this melee range pairing for the Drow, which is always nice for this hero. You have a body to frontline for and tank up some spells. That's the name of the game. And this is going to be a pretty fast early game for Thunder. Whenever you play this Mars mid, you are really looking to up the tempo and take the fights around the runes with the early arena. You have this
last hit practice करने में मजा आता है.
Very strong skirmisher, especially when paired with this Maiden who also went in the off lane. Kind of a throwback to that old 4-position Maiden meta. Of course, Pandamu is still bringing it up. Very high damage supports for Thunder Awaken. Snapfire Maiden on the back of these two skirmishes.
Yeah, at the same time, though, these two team fighters, they're in a lane matchup where they're a melee hero up against a ranged hero that is going to abuse them. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on both their CS and their net worth to see how they walk away from this laning phase, because I imagine they're going to have to be blown through some regen just to stay in.
All about the early level advantage for these dual lane skirmishes. Matthew gonna lay into Puppey here a little bit in the river. I mean, he has the move speed advantage.
Oh yeah, he should just be able to run him down here. Puppey, at best, you can try and maybe swerve into the Roshan pit and hopefully deny that first blood. He's gonna pop the Fairy Fire, pops the Salve, draws the aggro, gets the Salve canceled, a bash comes out, that's a little awkward. Oh, Matthew times it very nicely with the cookie. He had that one in his back pocket, pulls it out, and gets the first blood.
Yeah, the tip on top of it as well with the voice line. He was thinking that all the way through, had plenty of time to think about it. And very nice start for him. Again, that's your 4 positions in the safe lane. Matthew, he's shown on this snap. It's a South American specialty. Absolutely destroy you in these fights until you get to those BKB timings. So
yeah, you were talking about this hero early on in the tournament. You thought Snapfire was going to be one of the heroes that was going to be a bit more prevalent, and you said
नहीं ले पाया उसको.
America was one of the regions who played.
लोग से मिस होता है, ऐसी बात नहीं है कि हाँ इन लोग से मिस नहीं होता.
He scales as well. This new shard, I think, threw people a little off in terms of how the range interacts, but people are getting more used to it now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick it up this game. Again, the laning's pretty strong. A little mango smoothie for him.
Yeah.
Regen it back up.
Matthew just wants to keep that pressure up. I mean, Bcso is having a totally free lane. Though he's not actually stopping Rezo from doing well in CS. They're pretty much even between the two of them. So
that's the downside of chasing Puppey. You get the first blood, you enable yourself. You do give Rezo that one-on-one. He's had to burn pretty much no regen. I think he's used one tango this entire laning phase. For a melee versus range core matchup, sure, Morphling's not the best at abusing you early. Rezo's having a great time, and
he's gonna go for
the
it.
Kill.
Jumps onto Matthew. And the damage being done with the Thunder Strike, and one last hit is barely enough for Puppey to get the kill. Oh, and because of that, he's got his level 2. He'll pop the glimpse now because Zard morphing his strength, so he should be totally fine. But it's decent pressure added on to the carry.
And that right click, it definitely hit the top of the damage range there. Yeah. He had Fairy Fire. I didn't think it was going to kill him, and I don't think Matthew did either.
I was setting it up to be like, and he barely doesn't get the kill, and well, apparently not.
And you get a free trip to base. It's not the worst. Big question is going to be this 6-minute rune. It's coming up in a minute 30. Dark Mago is going to get to 6 here pretty fast. He's doing a really decent job on mid, up in denies, up in CS versus Nisha.
Yeah, maybe he's been harassed quite a bit by the ranged attacks from Nisha, but he's made up for it by being a melee hero, having higher base damage, and securing more denies. So level 6, as you said, it's going to come in faster, and we'll see what kind of rotations are going to happen around that big timing.
I mean, I expect rotations here for Thunder. You do not want to give this rune to Nisha, and you really want to use this arena, which is going to be up around the same time. Again, you do not want to leave a mid-Mars on an island for too long. You also have dependent side lanes. Sure, Pango was not pressure drought on here, but he's pretty much free farming ahead in CS as well. Having a decent time when Ring of Health so he can stay in the lane. He's pretty independent, and of course, Morph is one of the better independent heroes as well. Again, Secret's just trying to weather the super early game storm here and get to their mid-game timing. It's up to Thunder to kind of accelerate the game.
Looks like they want to make a call here to go on to Matthew. Not sure what that
कैंडी आपको लगता है कि इस बार वो आने वाला है शिवर का बॉयफ्रेंड जो है वो मेन इवेंट करेगा?
In my opinion, because it'll stop that mid rotation. They're happy to trade supports.
Damage, but Crystallis now he's back at the tower, starts delivering some arrows back. Matthew looks like they tried to go on him and do manage to get the kill there with the glimpse back, but Puppey is going to be chased down by Bcso and should be just trade out of the supports. Rezo will put some more damage onto Bcso, but it's a Morphling. He really can't die here.
Too bad for Secret overall. You're getting a lot of solo XP for this Marcy. Sure, Morph picks up the kill, but you're not stopping him anyway, and Nisha gets to grab the rune for free without getting kinked with this arena.
Yeah, that's super nice. The fights just continue in the side lanes. Apparently, the support's not caring about securing the power runes at all, as you said, and just focus more on getting these kills. Zayats falls in the bottom lane. Top lane, back to it. Glimpse onto the Morphling. He'll be keeping the pressure on him. He's got range jumps, though. Looks like he's going to have to morph all the way to agility form, pop his Fairy Fire and stick. And actually giving a salve as well.
Doing just fine. Is there a more annoying carry to harass?
Yeah, seriously. It feels pointless half the time, but if it keeps him from being able to get CS. As you can see, the net worth between both the Morphling and the Marcy is pretty even, so.
These are very good
Wow.
lanes. Puppy looking for that glimpse mid,
Yeah,
but
that level 1 glimpse, not getting the
hero
range.
points. And Zayat's also TP'd mid to get the bottle refill. And now he's kind of lingering around here. 7-minute, not that 8-minute rune timing. A little awkward for Secret here, but they're happy to control the bounty. There's just not too much side lane pressure on this bottom lane with the Drow. I think it's pretty hard to kill this Pango. Maybe they try bring Nisha down here, but just not a worthwhile rotation. There's that roll, but I mean, good luck, you know.
I feel like later on, the Pango is going to have a bit of a hard time with this duo specifically. I mean, he's dealing with 2 silences. Those are not very fun to play Pangolier against, but for now anyway, when it comes to lane, the ring of health he got, he's doing exceptionally well. 3,200 second net worth. He's got the Orb of Corrosion. He's going to be going back for the Arcane Boots.
That was pretty much a dream offlane Pango start.
Yeah.
This is not a hero that typically just free farms a lane like this. Maybe abusing the fact Drow is kind of slow.
Nice roll in, kick back straight into the hands of Nisha.
Hello.
May be able to grab the Invis rune away from Nisha, but won't stop his own death.
And I think Thunder, tired of being the ones rolled on here, time to smoke top and try and get some action done with this arena. This is a move that really has to connect here. Otherwise, Dark Mago is just finding nothing in this early game.
Yeah, the fact that we haven't seen an arena yet is a bit of a shame. Let's see, fast Rezo gets out, not able to get the rebound away, will be denied by the arena walls.
Decent pickup. Definitely gonna be happy about that one. Pandamu gets to soak the XP mid on a hero in Crystal Maiden that really uses the levels. I mean, this hero has dominated the statistics in terms of win rate. You start getting these, you know, Frostbite, Nova puts up, whichever route you want to go. They really pay off a lot more now than they used to. So it's an efficiency here from Thunder. To me, the big question is going to be, do they try and use this Pango to kick Drow on bottom? How long does Crystal stay down here? Because this is not a where you want to just stay down here getting solo XP. I mean, it's almost level 7, and he's just been uncontested.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like Thunder playing slower than maybe we would have expected. But we now have the level 6 on Sacred. So whether he's making a play on the Drow with people rotating, or he rotates to another lane and leads, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, getting pulls off and stuff, Chris is going to be very happy with the way this is going, I think.
Meanwhile, Dark Mago's clearing stacks. I don't know if I've ever said that in my life, but he is in the jungle efficiency it up.
Yeah, apparently he wants to try and get that fast blink dagger, and that makes sense, right? I mean, getting on top of this Drow is going to be all so important.
Absolutely. If he can find the Drow, start on the Lesh, there are no real saves in this game when that Arena Spear comes out.
Yeah.
There's no hard reset, hard dispel, so Dark Mago kind of has free reign here. I can understand the Blink Rush. It's going to be very strong in this game. It enables his supports. This Snapfire Mars combination goes back since these heroes were put in the game, and it's strong for a reason. It's going to annihilate these cores before they have BKBs. So I can understand them wanting to get that fast, and here's a second smoke to top lane, trying to shut down Rezo. I think he smells what's coming, though.
Yeah, they have this nice high ground ward that may give them a false sense of security because they are smoked up, but it's going to break here. Puppy walks down, breaks the smoke. Very nice read. I think it's a combination. They picked up Power Rune at top lane. They're missing for the middle lane a little bit. As it got ganked last time, he's like, I'm not going to risk it this time around. That's fair enough.
Part of me wonders why they want to go top with this move instead of bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom move is longer. It takes more time, but you're going to get the kick out guaranteed, right? If Crystallis wants to dodge that smoke, he has to leave the lane, and this catapult would have killed the tower with Pango just tanking up.
Right.
Instead, when that smoke fails, they get absolutely nothing out of it. Morph can stay up there anyway. It's like a higher risk reward type situation.
Do you think that they
there's
have
a glimpse
answers to
potential
Drow?
here.
There is. He's going to run forward, gets a small glimpse back, not a big one, but they do have the stun follow-up here. Comes this Kisses, trying to create some space, and Dark Mago, he's going to be perfectly fine, and they're actually at the Rolling Thunder. Oh, a jump away from Rezo, barely gets out of that arena. They're going to have more TPs in. Chrysalis actually a long TP, but
Another
will go up and
two.
missed.
1 second.
Oh, barely inside of the range. And they're going to go for Sacred. The Pango's going to die. They immediately threw down the Static Storm to make sure there was going to be no jump away, no swashbuckle or anything. And with the Drow Ranger here, it's time to put pressure on this mid tower.
Unleash, Catapult's still alive. They'll get the glyph out of that for sure. That's going to be back into mid as well. And the line being drawn top, so they're reading this move. Again, Thunder just not getting the exact fight they want out of that situation, and feels like Secret's stalling them out a little bit, which is definitely advantageous for them. Anytime you can slow down this team, you're going to be pretty happy with it.
Big Ancient stack. This is usually what Drow is going to be spending most of her time doing in this awkward 10 to 20, 25 minute mark. Is a lot of time hitting Ancients.
Arcane Rune for Nisha. Cannot ask for anything better on this hero, especially pushing towards that Bloodstone timing.
Yeah, that's very awkward because you know Thunder wants to make a play. They just picked up the Blink Dagger. So the wrong move. They stumble into Anisha with an Arcane Rune, and he is not immediately bursted down. This could go badly for Thunder, and that would be a very bad sign for the rest of the progression of this game for them. But gonna wait our time. Didn't hide the Blink Dagger at all, so Secret should know about it.
Seems like Thunder's just happy to keep static as well. Again, no move to this bottom lane made yet. Now Secret's the one making the move to their off first.
Smoke
very
breaks
late in this game. But
he's gonna wait for her. Oh, and now Lens is ruining Dark Mago, but he does manage to get off the arena with the combination of the two supports, laying in the damage. Nisha, and now the roll-in from Sacred, perfectly set up the bowling ball, knocking down all the pins of Team Secret. A bit of aggression from Secret that goes completely awry. Thunder, apparently their patience is well rewarded. Tries to find a fourth kill in Zayat, but missed the spear sadly, and we'll have to retreat.
they were all ready for that move. Instant call out, instant TP. This is all the net worth. You got to remember, you attack the cause, you attack the whole front. Just beautiful spellcasting to turn that fight around. I mean, this Morph is a little tankier than maybe they expected, right? He's got Falcon Blade, he's got Dragon Lance, he's got Treads. He itemized to skirmish early and fight often. Pays off a little bit here. Of course, getting the Morph off helps, and
just in general going for the Morphling, but him getting off the Morph strength, like they needed a situation where the smoke breaks, but they're not spotted and they could get an instant static storm on him. The glimpse play gives him too much time to respond.
It's a hard aggressive move unless you can concretely just burst down a core at the start of that. Secret will pay the price.
Chasing after him. Glimpse back. Throws the spear as he can. But he will die for that double damage rune he picked up. Do have the kisses still, but the roll is going to be able to get on top of Matthew. No space to be able to cast that big ultimate. They'll turn around and kill Zayat, but Nisha will take the tower in return. Now they're going to try and chase him down. Now the kisses go into play with the Rolling Thunder on top of that. They have the Static Storm to stop some of the heroes. Panda is there, though, to help finish him off. Nisha falls, Silence going out, and jump in from Rezo. His first big jump into these team fights, and he's going to clean up two here pretty easily with the help of Chrysalis, who nabs both the kills.
Very nice turnaround in that river by Secret. I don't think Zayat was expecting Pekaz to be behind that tower.
Yeah.
Rolls in ults. He's like, oh, Morph's here? Not my cup of tea. Still, Secret get the tier 1 mid out of that as well. And the biggest beneficiary, Crystallis. He comes in and cleans up those kills at the end. Now, all of a sudden, he's the most farmed core on Secret. He is having an absolutely free Drow game. And remember, this is a Drow that can get powered up by Sidekick. Absolutely devastating in these later game fights. It's a Drow versus Morphling as well. You're going to cut through all this armor. This is going to be a spooky carry for Thunder to deal with going into this late game. And he's got BKB queued up after Yasha. I mean, if he gets to BKB, he's a god, right? Almost nothing touches him.
Yeah, at that point, really, all Thunder has is like defensive measures, right? They have the arena wall that they can play around against the Drow, but they really can't kill her very easily. They do not have great physical damage.
No, it just comes down to how much network does Pekaz has. And he has a lot. He is always a lot more farm than I think he's going to be. You know, you look at that, you go, where did he get all that from? 402?
Where did he get all that net worth from? He's at 8,500. He's got the same CS 4-0-2. Well, that'll certainly help out.
Yeah, helps when you get the kills and nice fine mid. Quick little arena.
Glimpse back. Really trying for this one. Nisha, does he want to go for it? I don't think so. Sacred has already popped the Rolling Thunder to ensure that we do get our Mars out of here.
Ult's baited, but more room control Thunder's way.
Now the Glimpse perhaps. Actually go for the cookie to try and stall up Puppy. The Glimpse didn't really send Matthew anywhere.
It's a weird mid-skirmish, man. Five heroes pushing each other.
Yeah, both teams seem to be willing to group up nice and early. We saw Crystal make that move where he TP'd in to the mid tower early on. For that team fight, pressured, we saw Bcso do the same.
I mean, I think Secret is ready to meet these guys on the battlefield. They know they do not want to get outnumbered in these fights. Finally, we'll claim this safe lane tower.
You've talked to me about this before, the fact that TI, people naturally group up when it comes to TI, right? Just something about the pressure and just the nervousness and scary situations, right? Like you feel better just being around your allies.
Yeah, you know, you get to hug your teammate, or you get to rely on him, might whisper some calming words. Or he might tell you you're playing bad, you know?
Yeah, he might say, you idiot, that was an illusion. How did you not know that?
But maybe that soothes you, puts you back in the zone. Exactly what I needed.
Either way, really good bait there from Dark Mago.
Yep. He's also pushing towards BKB here. Just kind of like the big timing for Mars. You know, how many times does he fight and die before he gets there? That's what's really going to slow down this mid hero. But he's having a decent game getting there. He's really the bulwark, quite literally, for Thunder in these fights. Just going there, tanking up a lot of this drow damage if he can, giving Bcso the opening where he's going to see his target and be able to jump into the drow, jump a support. He already has Manta up as well, so those silences not as effective. But he will go for Manta and BKB on Orb this game. Probably just the power of Static Storm threatening him on the deep dives. Very defensive itemization here.
Hey, what do you think about this mech from Matthew?
These aura items have proved to be insanely good in this meta, especially if you're a team that wants to group up and fight. You're hitting a pretty good window here if you're Thunder. Mech is pretty effective versus the Earth Spirit and the Disruptor damage. Zayat's gonna look for the roll.
On top of this one, Mars really not going to be able to get off much, but the Rolling Thunder is really disrupting things. They finally kill the Mars, and Matthew, nice jump away with the cookie. Zions finally falls. Sacred has to jump away and barely keeps his life there as Rezo looks to chase, but a blink should easily get Sacred far enough out of here.
And those drow hits are already hurting.
Yeah, they are.
You really have to think about this Marcy drow combo, and if you're not on top of it, every other hero is basically a distraction. Nisha just has to go in and live as long as he can, and it's going to set up the fight for Secret, especially if they can start on Mars. You don't have this arena coming out, you don't have any of this control. It really hurts the Thunder supports. Sacred's doing his best to disrupt this fight, but I mean, he does not have the armor or sustain to deal with Drow Ranger yet.
Uh-oh, Nisha slowed down by the kisses. He is super tanky though. 2200 HP. They landed most of those kisses and a bit of extra damage from the swashbuckle, and it really wasn't that close. So that cannot feel very good for Thunder. But earlier the win percentage favored them by a decent like 10%. Why do you think that is?
Thunder favored?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he just likes Bcso.
Like him too. That's fair enough. Guy's a solid character.
You know, Gabe put in a little extra in the formula. It's seen Bcso Morphling before.
It's the Bcso factor. Understandable.
It really is. I mean, I think for the next 5 or so minutes, that's a short window, but their skirmish power is still stronger. But it's dependent on bursting Nisha, and Nisha has no fear in this game.
Yeah.
He's got Fan Brace, he's got Cloak, Ogre Axe, he is rushing the tank ability. He knows, I'm a run in, I'm a front line, throw your spells on me, I don't care. I mean, like you were saying, 2200 HP on this Shrek.
You had a BKB on top of that? No, nobody's touching that on the side of Thunder.
This is the downside of the Thunder lineup. They are almost all magic damage for these early fights, which they didn't really get to go their way. It's just a lot more emphasis to Bcso to be able to deal the physical to bring this Leshrac down, and he went kind of defensive items, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have this super early Scotty or the extra damage to pump through.
Oh no, he blinked into him!
Oh!
Disaster! It was hidden in the side, but ends up blinking directly into Zayat. That is just real sad for Sacred there. And that gets Nisha that much closer to his BKB, which we just talked about how important that's going to be.
Sad ho gaya inke sath to.
Thunder, though, I mean, the one thing is they get these BKBs on Secret, but we do have really strong initiation on the side of Thunder, right? We've got the Blink Dagger on Mars, Blink Spear, super fast. You might be able to catch them before they BKB. Same goes with the Rolling Thunder, right?
If you can land them, you're in a good spot. If they get the BKB off, you're in a rough spot. And there's a lot of BKBs coming out here in the next few minutes. All right, the Zayat's one is going to be the farthest, but Crystallis pretty much has his off this camp. Nisha's flying out, I believe. There it is on the courier, and Rezo has his after this wave. So you have 3 cores lining up here, triple BKB timing for Secret. you already know Puppy is making the call. It's time to clinch a fight, close the map out, take a Roshan, try to hit our window and never look back.
Yeah, and that's a super scary part, right? That Roshan factor, right? Once you start that snowball of getting these Roshans, I mean, you have talked to me on and on and on about the power of the second and third Roshan. Yep. So the earlier we get this first one, you know, the bigger that power spike.
And hell, they're just skipping the fight step and just going straight to the Rosh.
Yeah, apparently, they're just like, whatever. They can try and come to us. We'll take the team fight. If not, 22-minute Roshan. They give the Aegis over to Nisha. So if you thought you could kill him once by surprising him with the initiation, hitting the stuns, chain stunning it, preventing the BKB, well, that's now all out the window.
Another arcane rune as well. It's an absolute monster. This is not an easy fight for Thunder. They're going to try and start with the stuns. No BKB for Rezo.
Yep, they're going to be able to keep this nice chain stun. Rezo is decently tanky, but maybe not good enough. Okay, the BKB goes right through those arena walls, and now with the disruptor here, they can pull some more heroes in, or maybe not. Puppy misses Static Storm and is now going to be able to get a glimpse on Crystal Maiden. Not much there. Nisha's just running through heroes, though, one after another. Dark Mago looking at with the TP out. No, Rezo denies it. He comes back in for fresh blood as Panda, well, good try, my friend. Does what damage he can, but ultimately will not be able to stand toe-to-toe to Nisha's firepower. All of Thunder are going to try and retreat here. Fortunately, there is no disruptor up anymore, so everyone else is going to escape.
But again, Puppy buying back for that, trying to find something at the end, so a little bit of value for Thunder, but that's just an impossible long fight to take, right? You're going through the Leshrac twice with an Arcane Rune. Good job to focus some of the supports down early, get the targets you can. That Glimmer Cape kept Puppy up a long time. You're gonna need some detection next round. But it is the name of the game. You gotta get the stuns before the BKB. Rezo lives though, gets his off, and he's out of there. I mean, Marcy does Marcy things. See you later. Now Pakaz just has to man fight. It's hard for him to just stay in this fight for too long after the BKB.
Yeah, look at that. That physical damage he's doing to Nisha is totally outdone by the Bloodstone heals. Yep. It's doing nothing. And I can't help but thinking if they had managed to keep Rezo chain stun and kill him there, then he doesn't come back and stop the Mars TP. In which case, you know, that team fight actually looks a lot better for Thunder.
Remember, taking Marcy out in this game means you're taking Sidekick out. A lot of damage on that Drow or himself. I mean, that's how Marcy works, so it's a big target for Thunder to hit, but you have to hit it and chain it right.
This time around, it's twice now he's had some close calls, but this time will not be blinking into the hands of Zayats, and Thunder will play safely in their triangle for now.
This is where that mech doesn't feel as good anymore. This is where you wish you had a bit more scale or even 4-staff. It's going to help your cores deeper into the game.
Yeah.
So once more, Thunder feeling like they want to fight. Aegis is still up for 2 minutes here.
Uh-oh. This is kind of awkward. Zayats well positioned on the high ground here. He might break it. There is a ping from Matthew.
Gonna break it for sure. Pakaz in the river.
Wow, look at them. They're actually sneaking around Zayats here. Might be able to find the right kind of initiation. They get Rezo first off. They're gonna get the spear immediately afterwards. This time around, they chain stun him down. Zayats trying to get on top of Matthew. At the same time, look for Chrysalis as well. He's playing the back line. Looks like he's getting out of there. But Nisha's going in there with his Bloodstone and his Aegis. He's ready to fight. He's ready to bring down the Mars. The spear goes up. The last bit of damage isn't quite there. Meanwhile, they're playing away from Nisha at all costs. Everybody else running away from the Leshrac and killing anybody else they can get their hands on. Now with a buyback coming out from the Snapfire, they can try and go again here. See if they can kill Nisha twice. Chrysalis might be needed to help out. A roll in, immediately silenced. Pops a Manta, but it's too much. Pakaz gets bursted down. He didn't expect that one. The spear goes out. Low, but without the Morphling, now they've lost so much of their damage. Now it's Secret who are on the hunt, but they don't really have, oh, maybe they do. The blink forward from Nisha is going to be able to slow down and get one more. That's Panda.
Crystal Maiden can't sustain that much damage. Buyback from Matthew there as well. That was an insanely well taken angle from Thunder. Pakaz was in the river, and I think Zayats was calling out, hey, they're in the river. Instead, they were on the exact opposite side of that flank. Caught Rezo off guard. That's the name of the game. Marcy down without BKB. Still, all of that chase was for Nisha Aegis. Even if they get in there, he still has Aegis up. A little bit of an overextension perhaps, but at the same time, that is how Thunder plays. They are always going to try to push that numbers advantage, and if they pull it off, it looks absolutely amazing, right?
Yeah, it seemed like maybe that was a call from the one TI veteran here on the side of Thunder, Matthew.
I'm still amazed at how much net worth Pakaz draws in these games. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was his first death.
बढ़िया आयुष कोहली, क्या हाल चाल है? वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम।
His farm, he almost
तो भी
has
देख रहे हो
axe.
गाइस, लाइक जरूर करना, ओके?
It's going to be pretty nice as well. If he can get the axe from the drow, remove that agi. It really hurts this hero.
Yeah.
It's also doing a mad amount of work with the stealing the Earth Spirit, though. Getting multiple silences, disrupting the supports. I mean, the Earth Spirit and Disruptor are getting silenced in these fights. Where is it coming from? Well, it's Bcso Spirit, right?
Yeah. And that's something that Secret, I mean, it means they kind of need to play around each other as much as possible. Otherwise, this Morphling's just going to go from hero to hero. As they did in that last fight, right? They were just running away from Nisha and running into everybody else.
Yes. Like, Mars is going to be able to tank up a lot of damage. You almost don't want to overfocus him if you're Secret. You need to keep this Morphling in check because Morphling will win the fight for Thunder.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to carry the fight in that later half, right? It's about him being able to stay and deal the damage. It's also about when he uses BKB. We saw Bcso holding his BKB until the very end of that fight. He is extremely patient with it, and there's a reason. Like, he needs it up to be able to fight the Leshrac so he can't Bloodstone heal. He needs it up to be able to dodge the silences in the later half of the fight. Initiation is still the name of the game here for Thunder. They do not, I don't think they want to go ultra late in this type of game with how they've itemized and how their lineup functions. So again, another smoke. This is uphill.
Yeah, very clear divide on who controls what part of the map. Thunder invading into Secret side. Don't have the right vision here. Matthew, his smoke breaks. He's going to deliver to the side. Sacred, he's fishing in.
अरे यार!
No! Knocked him down to the low ground, and now the backline is being assaulted as Nisha crept through the stairs, gets on top of the two supports, annihilates them. Rezu is keeping the Morphling busy, so that Morphling isn't going to be doing anything here. Pulled back in. He's going to have to use his BKB. That's going to be another charge down as Spear goes out, but the stun landed. That's the Mars caught as well. Dark Mago. He falls 3 dead on the side of Thunder. Secret and their patience in holding their side of the map is well rewarded.
That's just an impossible formation to just go into like that. Zayats is holding his high ground ward. Nisha and Puppy with the glue.
Triple Paxos को मिला.
It's just so deep. Sacred's looking for the roll and looking for the chain stun near the cliffs. But good luck, my friend. It's just so hard going dark. And they need that initiation to land. If it doesn't land on a good core here, all of a sudden your backline's exposed. Arena latches nothing. Bcso gets stunned by resolution. Your backline crumbles. The fight becomes harder for this Morphling. He just has to spend BKB getting out of there. Nisha gets to clean everybody up.
I mean, that is literally the ideal situation for Secret, right? They kill the two backline supports that do a bunch of damage.
Yep.
Rezo is keeping the Morphling busy, so he's not able, Bcso isn't able to go and just like kill the whoever can't go for the drow. And on top of that, the worst part of all, perhaps the initiation totally whiffed.
Yeah, if Arena and Roll don't connect and chainlock a core, it's a completely different fight for Thunder. Like you said, Morphling getting controlled, he didn't even get an opportunity to Axel the drow if he wanted to. So now it's a push towards Scotty, and to me that feels like the last really big timing for Thunder here. They get this Scotty on the Morphling. It's going to debilitate the Leshrac a lot more in the fight, help him main fight him. You have second Roshan coming up within that interval as well. Secret's just going to play for it. I don't think they're in too much of a huge rush here. They have BKB on the Earth Spirit now as well. Drow is just continuing to power up. Hurricane Pike level 21. You have the extra multi-shot damage online. It's going to get powered up even more through the sidekick. You have to gap close this hero now or she's going to shred you.
So I pointed out the mech earlier, which I thought was really interesting on the Snapfire, particularly because no Wraith Pact, and that item is, everybody's talking about it in this tournament. We finally do have it now, just now picked up for Secret. So that'll help slow down the damage to the Leshrac, who currently Nisha seems to be the biggest problem for Thunder.
Very pivotal item for them. Mitigate the Leshrac damage, buff up the Morphling damage. Puppy is halfway to Ags as well, which if this game goes late, seen Disruptor Ags destroy these cores in those scenarios. Secret on the prowl here.
Yeah, this time it's Thunder who have set up in a part of the map and are waiting for Secret. Oh, Dark Mago don't get caught now! Gets stunned up, follow-up chain stun. He's already dead, and they've already stopped the Snapfire from being able to do much. Nisha gets on top of Manamu, should be pretty easily there. Because is trying to keep his supports alive, or still left alive inside of Thunder, and get them out of here. But the chase goes on as Resolution looks to be able to chase back with the buybacks coming in. Maybe they can catch something. Oh no, Seagate just annihilated.
Oh my god.
They caught the drow, all important because Lee's in the damage, and that is Crystal is dead. Immediate buyback though, as Thunder need to be able to retreat out. They've got this rate back. Maybe because doesn't feel so bad about this.
It depends what happens to this Rosh, right? This fight is all about Roshan in the next few minutes here.
Yep.
This is why the buybacks are getting expended. They got the drow buyback out of that at the very end.
Yeah, for seemingly for free. I mean, they're not going to be able to take Roshan for this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance maybe they didn't try and force it, and makes Dark Mago feel a lot better about his, right? I mean, he had to trek all the way back to mid after he gets gone on here. Maybe trying to bait the initiation, just doesn't get the BKB off. So instantly Blink bashed him, I think. Very fortuitous. And of course, your front line gets broken, your CM, your Snapfire are instantly gone. Nisha is always just going to absorb their life force.
Yeah, and a big part of this was the fact that Panda lived there, and Nisha had to chase him down. So Nisha, during this entire river fight, is actually still chasing Panda Moo over there in the triangle. So he was just missing for the engagement, which could have made a big difference. But it looks like Secret, in the end, the buyback is worth it. Chrysalis is going to be able to take the Aegis and the all-important Aghanim Shard. That is a really big pickup, in particular against the Morph.
Absolutely. He's not feeling too bad about that buyback anymore. Now he'll get the upgraded Frost Arrows.
Yeah, we get that Hypothermia stacks coming into play.
Reduce the regen. This is the Scotty timing for Morphling, so
yeah, how
simultaneous regen reduction coming out, then it's just so hard to fight into the Aegis now.
Yeah.
This is where this Disruptor pick, you know, he's growing his way towards that Aghanim Scepter. Felt a little far away, but every one of these fights, every one of these objectives that goes in Puppy's pocket, this man likes to get rich. He uses it well. It's a very pivotal item in this team, because every time one of those jumps happen, maybe that Mars can live in that scenario and get his BKB off if he's not chain stunned.
Wow.
Well, you throw the Disruptor Storm on top. There's absolutely no turning.
Like Maro, guys, like Maro.
I just kind of want to see one fight where it's Secret who, like, either miss the initiation or are getting initiated on, right? The last couple of fights, I feel like Secret have set up the fight better than Thunder has.
I mean,
where
they're
it
forcing
started, how
Thunder
it started.
into them, right?
Yeah.
They're either jumping. I mean, Dark Mago got jumped a couple times this game.
Yeah, that was awkward.
But a lot of these fights have been Thunder smoking into them into the high ground areas, trying to take that fight. Now I think Secret's very confident to take the aggressive positions because they have some BKBs in. Of course, I think Nisha is he's using up a lot of his rune luck this game, I must say. Another arcane bottled for this Leshrac.
Yeah.
How many is enough?
He's got a blink scythe now. So look for this guy. He's just, I feel like he's going to see something and just go. He's going to blink, scythe, BKB, and, you know, chainsaw, whatever. Oh, and this would be a perfect opportunity. Kill the enemy carry, the best pickup possible. 90 seconds, no buyback, and they know it too.
Yeah, they somehow for this Scotty. They are definitely going to push the high ground here. Aegis still intact. Rune popped the Lesh, so he's got another Bloodstone up.
The creep wave, because they know they can't, he has to slow down this push up into the high ground, but he put himself at risk of being glimpsed back or caught by the Earth Spirit.
I don't think Nisha's afraid of anything without Pakaz alive. 3,000 HP, Blast Rig on top.
Next round of creeps coming in soon, so backdoor protection is going to fall in the tower. It's going to fall with
Mago.
Oh, push him back in. Oh, what an arena! He's got the refresher as well. If he can line this one up, throws out the spear, but all the BKBs, all this magic damage is being ignored. Even Nisha able to blink in the midst of all that. Crystal has somehow ended up back up on the high ground. Not sure what happened there, but he should be fine. He's got the Aegis. Thunder doesn't want to go outside of their own base right now. Double arenas expended. 30 seconds left. Secret are going to call it though. They're going to retreat.
Oh, if you get spear stun there, that's a shard spear with the level 20 talent, man. 3.4 seconds of stun on multiple heroes. Imagine he can land those right there. Secret were, I don't think they were expecting that jump.
Yeah.
Because the BKBs were slow. They got him off eventually, but they really could have done some serious damage there with the double spear if it hits.
Yeah. Let's watch that one again. He gets
he
the spear.
missed the
Look
tower.
at the tower's just like right there.
Oh,
and
man.
it falls right as he throws out that spear. I don't know what happened there, but that is just so heartbreaking for Dark Mago. It would make her. I mean, it's a great play all around, no matter what, because they ultimately held, right? Where they could have lost the lane at barracks, but you got to feel for him hitting a spear.
Spear lands. It's a guaranteed refresh double spear.
Yep.
Then you're feeling real good.
And you would have held 4 versus 5, gotten a bunch of kills out of it. Instead, Team Secret walk away relatively uninjured and happy. 7,000 net worth lead for them, 24-20, 37 minutes.
Higher board, Bcso says no.
Oh, roll in, roll out, and Sacred.
Roll in again.
He's gonna try.
Roll out again.
But he just keeps rolling on out. You're gonna have to retreat and blink out, my friend. Otherwise, you're gonna get caught by Nisha. Otherwise, you're gonna go. Oh, the spear comes in. Dark Mago says hello. They're gonna chainsaw him a little bit, but they don't have the firepower. Not without Bcso there. And it's probably for the best that they back up to their base.
If Bcso was there, Nisha might have been in trouble, but abusing, which did not get killed. That's just getting in there, placing it, getting out.
Oh, you talk about rune luck? Look at that item.
Hey, खेल रहा है भाई बंदा.
Just found himself a timeless relic. What is this?
I mean, sometimes the stars just align, right?
Yeah, seems like it. It's aligning for Nisha right now.
This always happens. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
It's always the rune luck, you know? The neutral item luck, but he's an absolute... I mean, he's still got a cloak. He's gonna turn that into something.
Yeah, we got the Aghanim Scepter now complete for the Disruptor, so that's coming out right now in the Courier. As he just expires, Secrets still have big power spikes coming through. We got the Daedalus almost done for Crystallis.
This makes the rebound initiation a lot stronger, right? You also have this level 20 talent for RC. It's a decent stun duration now. You throw the Static Storm on top. Forces Thunder into a fight where you probably have to use buybacks because that core is just going down, right? Nietzsche's going to jump in. You're going to commit the BKBs. Makes initiations a lot more concrete for Secret here.
It means a quick
Bastards देखो खाली.
I always feel like it's super tense as is going late game, but also on a TI stage, which
absolutely.
Thunder haven't been here before. First timers for them. So,
and look
if
at
they see the Earth Spirit roll in or the rebound coming in, if they pop the BKB fast enough, it could be a team fight game changer.
Yes. Also, if they get the jump. The game is so much about who jumps who. You have this.
ये last hit कैसे बढ़ा रहा है? ये तो last hit कर ही नहीं रहा कुछ.
For the blink hex, the roll in. This is what's going to determine the fight. You also got Trickster.
कहाँ से last hit? अभी तो हुआ ना.
A very big item in this game in terms of his survivability. The magic or the evasion.
Delay होगा.
Extra invisibility to dodge some spells.
I mean, when every hit from the Drow Ranger decimates you, a 20% evasion could do a lot.
Basher for Sacred. So a little more BKB control as well.
They're gonna find that ward? Oh, they're not. They're gonna get initiated on first. Nisha, not even bothering to put BKB. Knows this is an initiation that Thunder not follow on. Reto jumping in, Blink Dagger immediately goes for the grab. Panda move's gonna be first. They still have the rolling out on Sacred. He needs to be able to jump away. They manage to get the hex with the Morphling with the follow Suns, and they're chaining him down. That is just a dead Morphling. Dark Mago did what he could to stop Crystallis' damage, but ultimately it's the Lashrak who wins the fight, and now they will chase down for as many here as possible. Rezo getting up and under that Snapfire. Triple kill for Crystallis. Add enough one on the big Panda move. Roasted by Nisha and the Fire and Flames. As now Team Secret looked to just potentially end the game. We only have 2 buybacks left, and Thunder was already having a hard time. I don't know how they could possibly do this without their support.
Nisha is just playing out of his mind right now. Another Arcane Rune fight. I wasn't expecting that Hex to be that low of cooldown. I mean, he jumped Hex the guy, they kill him, and then he basically got blink Hex again. Just so hard.
They're gonna force the buybacks here. Our Team Secret gonna keep the pressure up. They're gonna force Thunder to use more buybacks. And are they gonna continue to assault and see if Thunder is gonna try and take the fight?
I mean, level 25
versus 5.
Level 25 dive all heal them.
They got the initiation, but this they got the morph off strength. Can keep him changed on, get the damage, get enough. He's getting blown up for the BKB. Goes off the waveform over to the side. Because reset, Science chases after him, but it's already done. Pacaz is healthy enough that Science will be the victim instead. Dark Mago chasing after them, but he's got to be careful. Doesn't want to overextend. They have the buyback. Taker coming back, but Dark Mago's already dead. Rolling Thunder on up. They cannot let Team Secret walk away with this. Kaz coming back. He's teed in. But sadly, I don't think they can chase after this. You could see Matthew setting up with his Awaken scepter. They wanted to keep going, but now Nisha seeing them on the retreat. The Rolling Thunder on cooldown. There's the Hex. Resolution also catching that Snapfire. Sacred is still alive. Never mind. Red grabs him, tosses him back in. Turns him in that rolling form, but
lag हो रहा है.
No physical damage came out. Team Secret will keep the pressure up. 4 of them alive versus the 3 of Thunder. They're going to take second lane of Barracks. Thunder can't excuse this if they want. They've got a tier 2 up in bottom. There's no chance of Megas. Secret will just take that second lane of Barracks. Reset.
Wow, Secret really respecting what this Morphling can do.
Lincoln क्यों नहीं गया भाई? Morphling?
No, this Mark has no buy. Have another
क्योंकि right click पे डैम वो block हो जाएगा इसीलिए.
Maybe some BKB cooldown.
किसी चीज से भी block कर लेगा इसीलिए. Okay.
Man, with that level 25 edict talent, I would have thought they would have pushed Throne there.
Yeah.
At least try and force some more economic damage out of Thunder.
Certainly an opportunity was there for Secret to potentially end the game, but they respected Thunder's potential hold, as Morphling you said, but they've got super strong initiation.
Still 30 seconds, no Mars.
Yeah.
This is maybe just the smart play. Your Puppy with the smoke. Air will jump anything and everything.
Nisha goes in, blind blink in, goes to the site, immediately follows the Pango. A huge opportunity. 2 dead already. 2 dead with Thunder limping along as is. Team Secret, are they gonna keep going? I mean, Roshan's up. They need a little detour towards Rosh.
Never hurt anybody. And they know there's no buybacks on this Thunder side. So that's another 70 that you're without this control Pangolier, without the raid pact.
Just keep them with the numbers down.
And this isn't ag
4 versus 5.
I mean, are you giving it to Nisha here for some nihilism? He's done a pretty damn good job this game.
Yeah.
Take it.
Maybe a little awkward with the Drow Ranger, but he dives in just deep enough that it probably doesn't matter.
That was pretty much the only choice here. A Puppy has his, and Zayats has one of his own. So he can Stone Remnant kick out as well.
Yeah. We almost have the Blink on Puppy, which is huge when you have the Aghanim Scepter, because now you could solo initiate team fights instead of following up Rezos.
Too many things to think about here for Thunder. 1 ward gets placed, 1 hero gets spotted.
Ooh, the waypoint charges. Because jumps in, jumps out. Dark Mago pops his BKB to get a decent initiation with the Crystal Man. On top of that, thanks to the Sapphire, doing lots of damage. The BKBs, though, are allowing them to persevere. Because turning into the Drow Ranger has to keep his distance from Resolution. The bashes are too much. He needs to get on top of the Drow Ranger, but he turned into zone form. Zaya kicks across because on the hunt has to wave forward. He desperately wants to kill with the Manta dodge. Another hit miss down the side. Now they're turning around, and there it is. Because gets blown up, and immediately the GG is called. Team Secret will take game 1 in this upper bracket match.
They put the Macaws more pulling to bed a little bit there. Did not feel like the Thunder aggression could come out of that game at all. Just clinical gameplay from Secret. The Roche control, the Roche control. They gave nothing up to this Thunder team.
बहुत ही weird, बहुत ही weird. Nothing like there was nothing actually. Nothing could have been done.
It's become impossible. You have to hit these crazy spears off the back of the Dark Mago bars, but you're not going to hit those every time, especially versus a veteran team who's not going to lose their cool at all.
Yeah.
Very clinical gameplay coming out from Secret, and Thunder, you're going to have to amp yourselves up here a little bit for game 2.
Yeah, definitely seemed like Team Secret came into this well prepared for the Thunder aggression. Pretty much shut it down, right?
Oh,
it really didn't feel like this was the Thunder getting the momentum like they have before.
Wow.
So it's going to be a little...
Wow. सोचा था वैसे तो कुछ हुआ नहीं. बाप रे बाप. Mercy. Capitalist. Ah. ये भी फन है यार गाइस, मस्त फन है पूरा, क्रेजी फन है, क्रेजी, क्रेजी मीन्स क्रेजी, मजा आया यार, मजा आया. ओह भाई भाई भाई, ये कौन है? बर्ज भाई, बर्ज. रैंक खेल रहा है सब को अब. ये अरे कि नहीं खेलने. Okay. चलो गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच आने के लिए. अभी स्ट्रीम को बंद करते हैं. आई विल बी डूइंग द स्ट्रीम लेटर. तब तक आप लोग एंजॉय करो एंड आई विल बी प्लेइंग ऑफ स्ट्रीम, सो लेट्स हैव फन. अरे कैसे, कौन है ये? ओडी पिक्सल. ओडी पिक्सल. हाँ. यस. याद है ना क्या आपने एक बार बॉटल फेंक दिया था वो करते हुए, कास्टिंग करते हुए. कैप थ्रोज फॉरल. ये इस बारे का याद दिला रहे. पता नहीं कौन सा वाला था. रुको, आएगा क्या? कैपिटल ऑन करते, ये देखो क्या होता है. हाँ, इस पर ये बंदा क्या करता है कास्टिंग करते करते ब्लिट्स के साथ में. सुनना. क्या किया भाई? इट्स फनी मैन, इट्स फनी. चलो गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच आने के लिए. ख्याल रखो अपना. डिफरेंट लाइव स्ट्रीम में आते हैं फिर. तब तक के लिए टेक केयर.